Good morning, Ghana. You are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. And this is a news headline review. Here we bring you informed perspectives on headlines and news that matter to you every morning right here on the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. I am your host, Ruth Esenamfiagbedu, and I'll be taking you for the next 30 minutes for the news headline review. And joining me this morning on the panel is Miss Debbie Adoso and Miss Regina Bless. Good morning, Miss Debbie. Good morning, Miss Regina.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
We are fine.
I hope you slept well.
Yes, we did.
How was the weekend for you?
Interesting.
Interesting. Right. Miss Regina, it's a saying.
I'm good. Do you?
Oh, I said it's a saying. Sound good. Oh, your tree is not nice like mine. Hope all is well.
Yeah, by grace.
How was the weekend for you?
Fine by grace.
Oh, we thank God. I can see that you've rested enough, rejuvenation, refresh, and here to, serve our audience this morning on the news headline review. Right. It's good to have you here. Okay. So let's dive into our news items for this morning. A Sujaman district launches Educom to tackle declining BECE performance. In a determined move to reverse declining basic education certificate examination BEC results, the Sujaman district has launched a 2-week academic boot camp aimed at equipping top performing students with the tools to excel, dubbed Ampem Educom 2025. The initiative is spearheaded by the Member of Parliament for Esujaman and Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Ampem Nyako. The program brought together 400 junior high school students from across the district for intensive coaching in core subjects at the Akosombo International School. Speaking at the close of the camp, Mr. Nyako described the initiative as a strategic collaboration with the District Education Directorate to sharpen academic skills and raise overall performance in national examination. He added, "I sat with the Education Directorate and agreed that the best way to motivate and sharpen the abilities of our brightest students is to create this camp," he said. "We brought 5 of the best students from each school to prepare them to do better." Beyond academic coaching, the EduCamp featured mentorship sections and resource distribution, including over 2,000 exercise books, mathematical sets, and textbooks. Mr. Nyako said the interventions are part of a broader strategy to bridge educational gaps and promote equity. "Education is the key to growth, and I am pleased to help our students succeed," he added, reaffirming his commitment to the educational development in the district. And that was coming from the Deputy Finance Minister in the person of Mr. Nyako, Ampem Nyako. And he is also the Member of Parliament for the Esujaman district, and he has launched Ampem EduCamp 2025, a 2-week academic boot camp to address declining BEC performance. And this is spearheaded by he himself, and the program brought together 400 junior high school students, 5 top performers from each schools for intensive coaching in core subjects at the Akosombo International Schools. Alongside, the camp provided mentorship and study resources, including 2,000 exercise books, mathematical sets, and textbooks. Mr. Nyako said the initiative is part of a broader education strategy to sharpen skills, motivate students, and bridge equity gaps in the district. And this is a new initiative that they dubbed Ampem EduCamp 2025, and they selected 5 best students from each school, amounting to 400 GHS2 students, to camp them for 2 weeks to give them that mentorship and then groom them for BEC. Miss Regina, what are your thoughts on this? Selecting just 5 people, best students, and they said is equity, equality.
So
Are they not depriving the rest from, having this opportunity to also better themselves?
okay. If I understand correctly from what you read, their main goal is to curb the declining of BEC results.
Exactly.
Now, you taking only should I say intelligent people, how
Exactly.
do you fight declining BEC results? Because I believe that these people are already intelligent and they are the ones contributing to the success we hear about. So what happens, as he said, what happens to the average students, those who are not performing well? This initiative should even be based on those who are not performing well in academics. But at least you can take two best students. I think how many? 2 best students or 4 best students from each
They
school?
mentioned 5.
5. So
Yeah.
why not take 2 best students? Then the remaining 3 average average ne omo bon munimade na omo bon kwata kra to make us know say fine, this initiative would really help. But talk about for more munimade dida
5 best students.
now we say who person fighting declining BEC. How, like, what are you fighting? You are not fighting the root cause. Let's look at a broader strategy. If you say equity, it has to involve everyone. But you can't just take only best students. Fine, the initiative is a great one, because when you look at most of these students, say about BEC, we can say 9 ones, single numbers, and
The
double
single.
numbers. Let's take the single numbers for example. Because single numbers, no, they are not really much like the ones who take the double numbers. And even the double numbers, we still have intelligent students who still get double numbers, like I think the 11, 12, 13, it do 15 are intelligent. 16, 17, 18, 19, and they were born. Let me say, I'm born. And then put them 17. My main So when you want to, okay, I want to cite an example. You fighting malaria.
Exactly.
Then you go to the hospital and buy, or you go to the pharmacy and buy typhoid tablets or typhoid medicine. Would it fight the malaria?
No, it wouldn't fight the malaria.
So you need to make sure that this initiative is transparent and is fair. I can't say it's not transparent. I can't say they.
I said partiality they are being
exactly.
biased. I feel they are being biased.
This one there.
Because if you are picking just 5 best students,
5 best, and you are saying that you are preaching that you want to make sure that the declining BEC result is being solved.
it's being
How would
solved.
this solve? Because these people are already intelligent. So how would this solve?
And one issue is, how are they even going to evaluate or even measure that these students that went to the camp, it was because of the camp that they did well? Because these students are
They're already
intelligent.
You see,
And then you
so
take
you
them
should
to the
go in
camp.
for a more average students. No, so after the 2 weeks, and I'm sure that definitely they would have a test for them. So after the 2 weeks, whatever test results that comes out, we know say these people are a product of the camp you organized. But I want to make say you're already taking best students. No.
So what better approach do you think they should have used?
The better approach is to include the less students, the average students, let me put it that way, because those students align with your initiative. The best students do not align with that initiative, in as much as they are all students and they all need a platform to thrive. But looking at how you've themed your education camp or whatever, you need to make sure that theme aligns with the students.
Right.
I say giving a scholarship out to less but you can say intelligent students, then you go and give the scholarship to someone who is already
Again, what is the main goal of scholarship? To give to those that
who are intelligent,
but
needy.
needy. Exactly.
So they need to really, I don't know if he just woke up. I'm not saying it's not a best initiative, but I say, oh sorry, yeah, he took decisions by himself, and just that. I think when if he had consulted maybe this people in the education sector, maybe they would have pinpointed it.
Okay.
Or maybe better still, they all overlooked it.
Or better still, maybe if it is a prize you are giving to these best students to take them on a camp and then give them that mentorship or something, that is okay. But reading the headline that they want to solve the issue of bad results when it comes to VEC.
And you're targeting the already good students.
They're already good
so how
students.
would you solve the bad results?
I feel that the better approach they could have used was to engage with the parents of the wards in the school, especially the JHS2 students. Maybe you be like, this is the actual amount, but you being the member of parliament and then you want to help the students, you are slashing this down to this particular cost. You make it as less expensive as possible, so that the deprived or even those that wouldn't even be able to pay can have that resources to pay, rather than just choosing just 5 best performing students. It doesn't go well for me.
Nothing, no camping.
They've given up on them, and it's very bad. And I think that is not equity, if you ask me. Miss Debbie, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I think for me this is nothing new, because in the schools, like in our schools, they used to do it.
They used to do
where
that.
there is a program and then they come to the classroom, they pick people, and then they go and represent the school, and then they claim that these people know. But you see, there is one thing that states that examination favors the fool.
The fool.
You know, sometimes they can hail some people in school that they are intelligent. The best student does not even come among them. Someone the school does not regard. And then they are going to look out for the results. And then you are going to see that best student is not even coming from any of the class you thought. I remember those times, they don't regard home economics students.
Yes.
They see them to be people who are not intelligent and stuff. So when we went to write the BEC, they were thinking the best students will come from the science department. But the best student came from home economics. She got a digit number. No one was even expecting that.
She got a what?
Like a digit, a single number.
Right.
No one was even thinking about that. And because all the people they were relying on were failing them, so they tend to be calling everyone, what did you get? I was like, we are not serious. And you see, that is it. It is something that we've normalized in our schools. We don't regard you. So long as the teacher comes to class, you are not consistent in answering questions. You don't get 10 over 10. Exam, you don't get the pass mark they want. They degrade you. And then they see you to be someone who is less intelligent. They don't even add you to anything. And it is very, very, very bad. So, yes, you say you want to reduce the decline of BEC students, right? And then you are picking people who you think... BEC results, yeah. And then you are picking people who you think are very intelligent. It's funny, it's funny.
You see, when
because
I read
even
it,
your future, you don't know what tomorrow, like, you don't know what tomorrow will be for you.
or maybe I didn't read it well. Let me read it again.
Okay.
In a determined move to reverse declining basic education certificate examination results, the Sujamine district has launched a 2-week academic boot camp aimed at equipping top performing students.
I said one work, I know.
No.
You're doubting yourself. But
top performing students.
No,
I want us to get it right.
Unless we get a video of him saying it himself.
Or maybe they didn't write it well.
No. What he said is what they've written.
Top performing students,
yes.
Not to equip people to be top performing students, but top performing students. So they already at the top.
Yes, and
so they still want to equip them.
And like, send them, make it them.
You guys are funny. Hey, early Monday morning, I'm supposed to.
It's not funny, This is very, very serious. But what they are doing, like, it's kind of funny. Very, very funny. When they're for mother, don't mind how funny they say.
Odisa.
Sorry. like it doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't make sense. Pona no make it more chababa.
You
Hey.
guys should be nice.
Oh, we are nice. Seriously, we are okay. Back to business. We are nice in what we are saying. But you see, I made a statement that even you don't know what you become tomorrow from here.
Yeah.
Some subjects you wrote it and you feel like you failed, but when it came, you get A. And the subject you thought you get A, you got B plus.
Exactly.
So even you can't even determine your next step from here.
Yeah.
And then you can actually determine the future of someone.
Thank you for encouraging me. I wrote my paper yesterday and I was doubting myself.
No, don't doubt yourself. See, don't doubt yourself. Because the paper you feel like you've everyone when you're ill, not only ill, the plus is even added, and then you'll be asking yourself like, how come? And then the paper you feel like you've written it, you get B or B plus.
Thank you so much.
So this one, you cannot just go to the school and then you tell me that you are picking people. Even Jesus Christ come pick it. You know that some of us, but he doesn't pick among us. He see everybody as equal.
The worst people are actually the people they become.
We've seen armed robbers that have become men of. Thank you, men of God. So the outcasted. And then I say, "Uncle Bob, no any year." Now what meet in our office now? How could you sit up to?
And you're 5.
Top 5 performance.
You see, immediately you do that, you let the rest of the students have this impression in mind. They are no good.
They are not good, and that's very
yes.
bad. They begin to doubt themselves.
And then the people you've picked, you see this kind of pride in them. I remember those times people who are good in maths. You go to tell them they should teach them because they feel like they are good. Like you get it. You see, so I feel like it should be for all. Even if you know that akola you channel say and do nitimuda. We know some people there. You know sometimes a teacher can come to class and see you and be like, I think this will be good for you. Maybe trade will be good for you. Maybe sewing will be good for you. But you have a way of communicating it to them. I have a teacher who comes to class, immediately he teaches and you don't get to tell you that your parents are wasting their mind. They should go and buy you charcoal on the market. This one, you are discouraging the student. So get all of them on board. Speak to them. You might never know who is going to change the name of that school. Best student never comes from top best student. Oh, maybe I won't be that. In my school it was common papa. Top best students. And people you don't regard them. They are the one who at the end they get the single numbers and you're making it big time in life. Right. So you pick everybody, you teach them, and then when you pick all of them like that, they have this kind of assurance that so that recycle of the mind started from there. Immediately the person goes home, like he or she will start learning because he has felt that or no, like he or she has regard himself that onimade. But you coming for him, have this kind of perception in mind that no, then it means I'm the one looking mean upon myself. I can actually bring a change. And then you see them taking up from there. But if you're picking people, no, it doesn't work like that. Oh. In Ghana here, with our mentality, it doesn't work like that. Indirectly, you are telling them, so
what better approach do you think the minister could have actually used to?
Everybody. If Nanka, you know, some of them will tell you that it's because of the cost and stuff. Sometimes they camp these people. Then you could have stated it, but a money yet say brela for any idea or moko. You could have stated so because of the money, because of this, that is why we are picking only 5 people. We are not letting you have that kind of impression that you are that bad. No. So with that, you even create that kind of impression that I'm not bad. It makes sense. Some people will even take it upon themselves to be going school by school. They are like normal assembly, and then they'll come in and they teach everybody. That is how we should go about it. Involve everybody. Everybody. Say out of 50 or no, involve them. Teach them. When you do that, you're encouraging the person that see you can do more. Those who are getting the first in class, they are not better than you. Okay. You can actually do better than they are doing. But when you pick them, automatically you're telling me that I'm not good. That is what you're trying to say. You're telling me that
yeah. So just recently, BEC results were actually released.
Yeah.
I saw some people crying. Some parents were very angry. Yes, on Saturday. It was so sad. About 800 and something students have their results cancelled. some didn't perform well at all. And then I wanted to ask, what was the root cause of all this? Is it the quality of education, infrastructure, or maybe the students themselves?
Was it not here we sat and we were talking about BEC more practice?
Yes.
Or I remember
It was
just
here.
this ended BEC. I had a conversation with one of the invigilators, and he was telling me how some police officers came to the school and they were saying most of the students were cheating. And I said I remember saying said they should get ready, either the papers would be cancelled or most of the students
They'll
papers
fail
would be
them.
cancelled.
About 890.
Intentionally they'll
something.
fail, because you failed. They've been doing that every year.
So they do it intentionally.
Intentionally,
to just fail the
yeah,
students.
intentionally. When they see that is why you see copy. No, we don't know how to copy.
So you think
we
the
don't
exam
know how
hall
to
practices
copy.
is becoming a major
Yes,
issue?
it is becoming a very major issue that we need to deal with. Especially some of the schools, they pay these invigilators. They pay them so you can teach their students. But even with that, they teach you how to copy. Some people, me and Kranka, they shouldn't teach them anything. Like, it's bad. I'm not encouraging examination or practice. But onukra we do one okasa onukra
more practice.
wayebi. You know onukra officer wayebi. But you know how to copy. And also you learn copy when you're talking about copy. You don't copy dito.
So with
you learn
this,
from the house.
will you blame the student, the school, or the quality of education we receive right here in this country?
Everybody is to be blamed.
Everybody,
Everybody.
including the student themselves.
Yes, everybody is to
The
be blamed.
teachers
But
that
how
teach
can you
them.
copy and go as far as
Copy
copying someone
somebody's-
else's index number
Thank
and
you.
name?
Thank you.
And you know, I learned that they said most of you see AI when you use AI. I'm say and no mutual BB say if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
need
yeah.
revise,
Right.
then they'll copy that one too. Why?
Hey.
Just say one bomb.
People don't like reading. That one too is bad.
See,
Instruction.
no matter
Instruction.
how intelligent you are, I remember way back in SHS, I was one person who was say me a politician I was against examination more practice. When we were sitting in exams, so you call me, I will never mind me. I will not mind because I learned. So I also expected
You
to learn. But once we got to Basi Hall, all that perception changed.
Why?
Yes, it's a change because
I know. And my surname being I was sitting in front. I pop it on the buy. I mean, I had to write fast.
Very
then you
bad.
pass it to the next
Pass it to
student
the
to
next
also
In a
copy.
way, I think that is why it's discouraging the students from
From
learning. That is
because
another
they know
thing.
when they go to the exam
And-
hall, there's a savior there to save
Yes,
them.
and because most of the time what you are taught, you get them. And I see the questions they are asking you.
It's
Well,
a new
it's
thing.
a new thing. Like you haven't even come across. But maybe it's the same thing
That
about
one is
English,
young.
English, and then you have
Yeah,
twisting
they
like
twist
a
it.
sometimes you have to call the invigilator. And you say be a unimo.
Unim.
Unimadian, but English na yet the actual. Yes, English need be so near the actual. And you know, student, teacher na chair or class now see what. Say you go to the house. You are not going to revise. Like you are going to revise what the teacher taught you.
But you won't expand it.
Exactly, that is our problem, and so we are stagnant. Your chair no, and to me kwatina wa baba chill baba. Now and none of me go share go. The person forget and no. So sometimes you call the invigilator. Say please. So when the invigilator explaining to you, that is when you realize that so
But
then they
even the
say that you
invigilator
list
explaining
this.
to you is even cheating because
And
understanding the exam question
It's
is
part
equally
of the answer.
it's part
but
of answering the
you-
question.
For me, my school, both BC and WASI, I wrote it in my school because it was center.
Oh, nice.
So with my school, me and body only me. With my school like this, they'll speak with the invigilator. They will speak with you. Whether they've given you something, the money they don't take it from us. Whether they've given you something or not, we don't know. But when you call the invigilator and then you try to, Ebi, I said, please, this side I don't understand. Can you explain? The invigilator will try to explain it to you. And if a police officer is coming, then so that like there'll be silence everywhere, and then you get so focused. But
I
it's
get
bad.
it. It's
bad.
very bad. It's
It's
not
bad.
helping the
It's
it's not
bad.
helping the kids.
I want to rectify
bad.
something you said. You said, in a way, because some of these students know that when they go to the examination hall, they'll be helped. So most of the times they don't learn. It's not all students.
Yes,
Because
thank you.
I went to private SHS and when we were about to write our C, we paid money. They took money from us and they explained to us. So when we get to the examination hall, they'll provide answers to the questions for us. Blah,
and you
blah,
want me
blah.
to learn.
You see,
I'll
so
sleep.
I didn't really learn, but I learned. I'm already intelligent, so I learned more. But some government schools, most of these people, no teacher will come and tell you, say, obi baba bachelor o omumpo no mudi ehu ehwe
yeah.
So akola no wabon.
And those people in exam, or me, if you're like that and you call me a woman,
They don't mind them.
explain this, I explain the spell. I should spell what again?
There, spell there.
I won't spell. If you're like that, you call me a woman, you. I'm explaining, I should spell what again? Yeah, chill. And they'll cancel your they did one to a guy when I was writing WASI social studies. He was being caught, and then they asked him to write a statement, and they attached it to it was social studies. They attached it to his when you're urban, you don't even know whether you are getting C or D, so automatically you are getting F9. And that sent a question mark about home. We have brilliant students who are writing with that appall, but because of this, it will affect everybody.
It will affect everybody.
Yeah, so some things they need to consider.
They need to look into that, so that at least we can revive the performance of our BEC results. All right, moving on. Take your tribal bigotry away and allow NPP to heal. Baumia to NPP tribalists. Dr. Mamudu Baumia, former vice president and 2024 NPP flag bearer, has called on members of his party who are promoting tribal narrative to desist immediately and allow the NPP to heal from its 2024 electoral setback. Speaking in New York on Sunday, August 24th at the party's 33rd anniversary celebration, he described such tactics as a grave threat to the unity and survival of the NPP. He singled out attempts by some aspirants to argue that his ethnic background made him unelectable, warning that such propaganda was baseless and harmful. He stated, "Let us be clear that these views do not represent the rank and file of the party. The NPP will always triumph over tribal and religious bigots. What we need is unity to go forward and win 2028. Dr. Baumia pointed out that the NPP's traditions have always rested on inclusivity, citing the party's roots in a united party, which brought together groups from various regions, religions, and communities, including the Northern People's Party, the Muslims Association, and the Anglo Youth Organization." He further reminded the party that the NPP had never defined him by his identity when he defended the party in court, campaigned across the country, or spearheaded initiatives that helped deliver electoral victories in 2016 and 2020. Calling for maturity, he urged party members to put aside bitterness and rally around a common purpose. That was coming from Dr. Mamudu Baumia, who is urging the party members promoting tribal sentiment to desist, warning that such narratives undermine unity and the NPP's chances of recovering after its 2024 electoral defeat. And he made mention of this at the 33rd anniversary celebration in New York. He condemned claims that his ethnic background made him unelectable, stressing that the NPP survival depends on unity, not division. Dr. Baumia highlighted the party's inclusive traditions, tracing them back to the United Party, which brought together diverse regional, ethnic, and religious groups. He reminded members that his loyalty and contributions to the NPP had always transcended identity politics, urging them to rally around a common purpose ahead of the 2028 election. Do you think unity alone can help the NPP as and now to win the 2028 election, or they need to come up with better policies? Because already now, as a party, Miss Debbie, talk to me.
Egu, which I think there is even a proverb that says that together we stand, divided we fall, and it also stated as a broom. When you pick a single broom and then you break it, it's easy to break, but a whole bunch of broom tied together is very difficult to break.
Yeah.
So I think that with unity, when you're united, definitely there will be policies that can drive people to vote for you. But when you are not united and maybe you bring something on board, because you are not united, I will definitely go against what you are bringing. If Regina should bring something on board, I'll go against her because I'm not united with her. So I'm not going. There is no way I will second what she's bringing on board. You see, but when there is unity, and then you are bringing something on board, even if it doesn't make sense, I will support you. But let's say I tell that this thing you are bringing does not make sense. Can we bring something different? So when there is unity, people are going to come together, and then you are going to bring forward a mountain moving policies,
right,
that can attract people. So I think the first thing they should focus on is unity. The party is divided. Hey, me won't be down. The party is divided. You see, Baumia is saying unity. Or Bisibako, someone will politicize what he is saying.
Oh yeah.
The people from the same party, not the different party. People from the same party will politicize what he is saying. And you see, some people actually moved out of the party with bitterness in their heart. And so such people, be ready for them, because they will always rubbish whatever you bring on board. They are not going to support you. The only thing they need now is unity. And I think with this unity, you should point it to party supporters. Because I've not seen, of late, I don't even see Kennedy Japan coming out to speak anything against any of the parties. I don't even see Brian Echampo, but they are spokesperson. Listen to them very well. Spokesperson for this, spokesperson for that. Anytime they are given opportunity, they speak and the rubbish sayings of other aspirants for the same party. So I think if they want unity, there should be unity at the grass level, the grassroots. There should be unity there, because the grassroots, they are not united. They are not united. And because I'm for you, whatever you tell me is what I'll do. And you see, Baumia, he's right, but I don't know his heart. I don't believe any of them do.
Why?
Oh yes, I don't.
Well, what is he right at?
You know, sometimes I can actually come and sit here and preach to you about peace. But when I meet my people, what I tell them is different.
Oh, you think that's what he's doing?
In a way, not that is what he's doing, but in a way that is what the aspirants are doing.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
you
because
think the aspirants are not even together?
No, they are not. Together, okay.
So like they are fighting for their own selfish.
Yes, gain. They are fighting for their own selfish gain.
But what do you expect the aspirants to do?
See, this is a party. No matter what, if you like, the political aspirant for aspiring flag bearer for the party, there should be 20. It is only one. It is only one that will be picked for the party. So there should be unity. It's a game. No matter what, one person will win. Moko suba from one person will win. So if right now there is division, and if the person win in the party, what should we expect? Fire. It's petrol. But when there is togetherness, even I might not relate on whatever you bring on board, but immediately after the flag bearership position, we are supposed to come back and support you, because it's a party. But if there is division, and I'm not expecting you to win and you win, do you think I'll come and support you? No way, I won't do that. I'll never do that. So there have to be unity, because at the end of the day, they should have it at the back of their mind that one person is going to win. When you have that in mind, not as if you are not going to work hard. You work hard, and if you don't get it, you come united together as a party, and then you stand behind one person. You push the person up to go and compete with the opposition or whoever NDC, MPP, CPP, DPP will bring. You get it? So with this particular one, unity is the key. Without unity, MPP, they will stay in opposition for long. I'm not the one saying this. I've heard a lot of people saying it. That they will stay in opposition for long without unity.
Miss Eugenia, but do you think that Baumia, in his previous leadership role, do you think he has played a part to feel everyone is inclusive? Like everyone is involved, like we are all one people. he doesn't do with tribalism, religion, or whatsoever.
Okay, so from what I know, in his speeches I've not heard of any
sort of tribalism or anything.
kind of comments or remarks from him. So as Debbie said, so when you take one stick of broom, it is easy to break, but when it comes together, it is very difficult to break. Most of the times when our elders want to settle some misunderstanding or dispute among some people, this is the example they use, and I think it's a very great one. Looking at the NPP, I would say they are their own problem. The backbiting and all that, you can see say our party in Mupa, because I feel like Obi Jane say I'm more better than you, I'm more better than this, I'm more better than that. Looking at the politicize this, looking at the NDC, why not, like I say a Seydun Keta will come out that I want to be president, Sam George will come out that I want to be president, this will come out that I want to be president. Where would the unity come from? Because everyone is contesting for that same thing, and all of you claim to be in one party. So why not come together, understand each other, and just take a single person out to make sure that that person contests for the party? And the NPP delegates annual conference they did, from what I know, they said rebuilding. So what was the rebuilding about? Were they just playing with our minds? Were they just playing tricks on us? Or they were deceiving themselves? But mind you, you can't deceive anyone. You can only deceive yourselves. So I feel like this tribalistic comment of a thing has become very rampant when it comes to the NPP. Because they really do it. They really talk about it. They really say it. And it looks like it has become their daily meal. Breakfast, lunch, supper. So with what Baumia is saying, I do side with him. In as much as most people will be like, oh, and he's not the best person to say this and to say that, but sometimes the truth comes from the least people we expect. Exactly. And I think it's a good thing for him to say that we should not, comment, such comments should not be tolerated. And I also saw a comment where he said that sorry to say, indirectly, to hell with such people. So I think it's a good thing, and it's high time the NPP come together as one. If they don't want to remain in opposition for long, they should come together as one. Debbie will say opposition 53 years.
53 years. So he actually made this statement in response to Dr. Brian A. Champon, who attributed the NPP's 2024 electoral loss to a tribal dynamic surrounding Baumia's candidacy.
Because he's a Muslim.
He's a Muslim. So let me read. So Dr. Baumia cited the long-standing Mampusi-Kusasi ethnic tensions in the north, disclosing that a fellow aspirant had allegedly instructed party delegates to vote against him solely because he is Mampusi, suggesting it would harm the party's perspective in the Kusasi areas.
Brian.
Yes. So that was what he was actually responding to for us to get this. I sent the link to you.
Yeah, and I also saw somewhere where he said he never. I want to get that right.
All right. So.
I don't want to mislead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he, however, rejected this narrative, insisting that such tribal arguments are unfolded and divert attention from the real reasons behind the party's 2024 defeat.
With the Kusasi and Mampusi thing, he said, I have never blamed Baumia for Kusasi Mampusi conflict. That is coming from Brian Champon.
That was what he responded.
Oh,
okay. So maybe they didn't get things right.
See, sometimes I don't want to use someone as an example. Who would that? Okay, let's use Empress Gifty for example.
Right.
We all know I don't really know the beef between Empress Gifty and Nana Mama Brown, but people are alleging and speculating that this is what is going on, to the point where she was even admiring her own body and saying, say, and people automatically attributed it to Nana Mama Brown, where it was not. She didn't say specifically, but sometimes you can read through people's action, and their handwriting is written boldly on the wall. So sometimes I feel like this is not what you want to say, but mistakenly you said it, or it's not your perception to say it at all.
It could also be the kind of like situation they are in, because right now the public is thinking for Dr. Baumia and Brandy Champo that because they are all aspiring to be the flag bearer for the same party, obviously they are enemies. So whatever that the other will do to bring the other person down, that is what they'll do. So right now, I feel like it's just media or maybe the public just speculating.
Maybe
this
it's not
whole
public
thing.
Speculation. They are the same people.
Hey, Miss
No, they are the same people spreading that information. You see, I don't want to be saying things, but this MPP conference we went, I've heard a lot of things in my ears. I've heard a lot of things. I've heard people saying that, well, allegedly, because me, I don't have any evidence. It would be difficult for some people to lead the flag bearership because the MPP is mainly for their can. That is what people are saying.
That is what.
It's mainly for their can and not for the Northerners.
Not for the Northerners.
Yes, and I've heard people also saying, see, you are calling for peace. That is why I'm saying that you should focus on people who are in to support you. There should be unity among those supporters, because people you have chosen as your spokesperson, if your spokesperson goes to sit in a station, automatically the person, you are the mouthpiece of that person.
Right.
So whatever you come to tell me here, indirectly it's like the person is feeding you information to come and tell the public. So you are supposed to work from in there. Thank you told they went to Kennedy. Japan's supporter was stabbed by a knife by who? The campaign team of Dr. Baumia.
Look at that.
So you see, and now you are preaching about unity. It should start from within your campaign team members. You don't just go and see, hey, you on a campaign team so on.
Wow, Miss.
I might be saying, yeah,
It's okay.
Okay, thank you so much for that beautiful submission. And this is where we bring the news headline to a close. Up next, we have Debbie Israel.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. The National Commission on Small Arms and Light Weapons has cautioned political parties, supporters, and the general public ahead of the Akutia constituency by-election, declaring the poll a no-go area for any form of weapon. The Commission cautioned against the display or use of firearms, tasers, pepper spray, knives, machetes, and any other objects capable of causing harm, stressing that anyone found with a weapon will be arrested and prosecuted. So Executive Secretary Dr. Adam Bona reminded political leaders that such conduct does not only breaches the law but also undermines the very foundation of Ghana's democratic process. So he urged parties to set a positive example by encouraging their supporters to express their choices peacefully and lawfully. National Commission for Small Arms. Yes, they are warning political parties to be careful. On September 2nd, there will be a by-election in Akwatia to elect a member of parliament for that constituency. And we know what happened at Ablekuma North, where we saw flying pythons, we saw people jumping here and there. In fact, the Kung Fu powers have been seen on television. I saw it live happening at Ablekuma North. We saw people with pepper spray. We saw a whole lot. So to prevent this, this morning I've seen that they've arrested people. They've arrested people with ammunition, guns, and staffs already. So you could see that the police are really gearing up for this by-election. And if a whole by-election within just one constituency, they are deploying about 600 to 6,000 police personnel, then you should know how that place is going to be. So if you feel like you're a party supporter, you can just go about and mess up. Because you belong to MPP, you belong to NDC, you can just go and mess up, and then you are caught. When you get there, you explain further. So that is what they are saying. So political people, please, if you feel like you are going there to go and cause mayhem, please stay in your house. Don't go there. I don't want to be mentioning names, but don't go there. We know you are supposed to protect yourself. We know self-protection is very needed. But if you're going to a place where election is ongoing and then you have pepper spray on, then it means that you've already prepared yourself because you know what will be happening. And it means you already have a mind of what you wanted to do. Because I cannot fathom why you have to have pepper spray on. Whilst you are going there, you are not even going there to go and vote yourself. It is the people that are going to vote. They are going to vote for the people they want to. So if you are going there, it means you are just going to spy and then watch or support the person that has been elected for your party. This is not a time where you are going to fight for the person. No. All the fights should be done with your thumb. And that the constituency members will do that. But trust me, if you are being found culpable, you will have a lot of questions to answer. And you see, we've normalized something with our election. Anytime we have election, we already have it in mind that there will be chaos. We've encountered that severally. And if because that people who are involved in that are not being prosecuted. We remember what happened in Ayawaso West were gone. Remember how some George was slapped in the eye. How some people were killed. And with that, a lot of calls has been made onto the previous administration, whether they've been arrested or whether they've not been arrested, or up till now we have no idea. And recently, what happened at Ablekuma? The IGP has come to clarify that they've arrested some people and are still after the rest to arrest them. We have to start arresting these people because trust me, no one is above the law. So long as you are there to cause chaos, you need to be arrested. Where you go to elect someone for your constituency, it's not a fighting ground. That is not where you are going to exhibit your kung fu skills. You are there to vote and not to fight. But when you are there for a different purpose, then you will be picked up. You will be picked up. And to our political parties, this is not the time to go there and be doing a lot of things to attract attention and a whole of stuff that will cause commotion. No. You see, and when we do such things, it's paint this picture of bad democracy on us. It paints a very bad picture about us as a country. It's only Ghana that we cannot have election in peace. We cannot have election in peace. Even the one we have clapped hands for ourselves that this election is a peaceful one. With that, we still have a record of people who are being butchered in the arm, in the leg, and some part of their body. So with this by-election, I'm very happy that the security is going to be tight that very day. And when you mess up, you will be arrested. And I think this is about time our security personnel also need to be advised. You are there to secure the safety of the people, not to go and be slapping people. Like what happened at Ablekuma. A whole police personnel hitting a journalist in the head, slapping him, as if he's feeding him, as if the journalist stay with him to go to school. You every day, you give him 5 cedi for transport. And you are beating them. But without us, you don't exist. Without you, we also don't exist. Because we fetch the news from you. And so you are supposed to ensure our safety. And if you, the one that are supposed to ensure our safety, you are the one ganging up against us, who should we turn to? So I believe that in as much as we are preparing ourselves, boots for boots, this one is going to be boots for boots. Our security personnel also need to be cautioned very, very, very well. Very, very, very well. You don't get there and then you start beating people around. If you need someone to beat, you go to the prison where people have been arrested, you beat them. Not on the field where people have been taxed to collect information. That is where you know you beat them. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Let's be mindful and cautious of our behavior, of our act, and the way we carry ourselves. And you see, one thing about the media is that even if that single thing happened, it's a news. It's still a news for us. And no matter what, we cannot stop coming in for the news, because that is what we are trained to do. And that is exactly what we will do. So I believe the political parties have also spoken to their supporters. It is not on the D-Day that you go and then be exhibiting some sort of nuisance behavior. No. You see, we don't really understand politics in this country, and it's true. And it's very, very true. We, the supporters, in fact, we are die-hard supporters more than the people in the party themselves. Now you go around beating people. You are beating people. For example, you are beating people because of President Mahama. Or you are beating people because of former President Akufo-Addo. They don't know you anyway. If you are arrested, President Mahama is not coming to the prison to sleep with you and console you. No. They know everyone as Ghanaians. They don't know us as an individual. So if you go there, you mess around thinking that, oh, you are in for this party, and you are being slapped once, I think your mind and your brains will reset to think properly. So with this election, whatsoever we are preaching today is peace. Wherever you are going, immediately you get there and you are done voting, back home. No one asks you to go and be spying around the number of people who came to vote, the number of people who turned out. That one is for the media. Leave that to them. As a constituent, you go, you vote, and then back to your room. Else your ears will hear what you're not supposed to hear, and your eyes will see what is supposed to be hidden. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Bringing you today in history, live from GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. 1834, Kwaku Duah I ascended to the throne of the Ashanti Empire, becoming the 8th Asantehene born Fredwa Agyemang. He ruled until his death on April 27, 1867. Having led the Ashanti in wars of expansion against the Gonja and Dagomba empires to the north, and navigated complex political challenges with the British on the coast. 1979. Hurricane David was a significant weather event that formed off West Africa near the Cape Verde Island, and it is an example of how African weather systems can have a global impact. The hurricane was a catastrophic Category 5 storm when it struck the Caribbean island of Dominica on August 29, 1979, causing widespread death and destruction. From there, it continued across the Caribbean and into the United States, leaving a trail of devastation and prompting the retirement of the name David from the list of future Atlantic hurricane names. 1944. The liberation of Paris from Nazi occupation in 1944 was a pivotal moment in the Battle of Normandy and World War II, with Allied forces and the French resistance driving out the Germans starting on August 25, 1944. The victory parade took place the following day, August 26th, and marked a significant boost to Allied morale, paving the way for the final Allied push toward victory in Europe. The failed Rhodesia negotiations near Victoria Falls on August 25 to 26, 1975, were a final attempt to achieve a ceasefire and a path to majority rule through talks between Rhodesian Prime Minister Smith White, minority government and black nationalist leaders from the African National Council, mediated by South African Prime Minister John Vorster and Zambian President Kenneth. The talks broke down after 9.5 hours due to a fundamental disagreement over whether Smith's government would grant diplomatic immunity to ANC leaders, which Smith refused. The failure led to increased intensity in the Rhodesian Civil War and Smith's subsequent plan to talk with only conservative tribal chiefs rather than the ANC. 2020, the World Health Organization African region was officially declared free of wild poliovirus after a 4-year period without any care of wild polio on the continent. This historic milestone was announced by ARCC and signified the eradication of the second virus from the continent following smallpox. To some observances, National Whiskey Sour Day. It is to honor the classic cocktail first recorded in 1862, recognizing its place in American cocktail heritage and its refreshing balance of whiskey, lemon, and sweetness. National Second-Hand Wardrobe Day. To encourage people to shop, donate, and embrace second-hand clothing as a way of promoting sustainability, affordability, and unique fashion choices. It is a day that highlights how reusing clothes helps reduce waste, saves money, and gives old pieces new life in someone else's wardrobe. Lastly, National Kiss and Makeup Day is celebrated on this day each year as a reminder to let go of grudges, resolve conflict, and restore peace in relationships, whether with friends, family, or partners. And that's all for today on Today in History and Observances, live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina, for Today in History and some observances. Today is National Kiss and Make Out.
Make out.
Make out.
No one can make it out.
I had Kiss.
Kiss is in.
Kiss.
Kiss, yes.
And
National Kiss.
And what's the day?
Makeup Day.
So you
makeup is not face makeup, like
as in like
oh, okay.
Ube CC Muntem.
Oh, okay.
I thought it
but
was
this is between lovers.
I see makeup.
Yeah, this is between
this
lovers.
is not lovers.
Oh no, kiss and
no.
makeup, right?
Whether with friends, family, or partners.
Everybody sound.
Yeah.
Go
you
and
can
bend.
Kiss your friend.
Go and bury the hatchets. Go and bury the hatchets. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today on the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We'll be coming up in the news shortly. Please stay and stay with us.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning news on GhanaTalks Radio. Coming up, police arrest 10 suspects, seize 9 weapons ahead of Akutia by-election. IEA sounds alarm on Ghana's population growth impact on the economy. Nooks pushes for student involvement in WAEC decision making. These and many more coming up shortly in business, sports and showbiz. The Eastern South Regional Police Command has arrested 10 suspects and retrieved 9 weapons and separate security operations in Akotia ahead of the upcoming by-election. The weapons comprising 8 pump-action guns and 1 locally manufactured single-barrel gun were seized in a series of snap checks and targeted operations aimed at curbing unlawful possession and use of firearm during the polls. On August 22nd, police near St. Dominic Hospital intercepted a vehicle driven by Bernard Kumi of Osu, recovering a double-barrel pump-action gun, 4 AAA live cartridges and 2 blank cartridges. Although Fosu produced a license for the firearm, he remains in custody while the weapon undergoes verification. At the Akwitia Y Junction snap check, officers arrested Joshua Amenuku after finding 15 live BB cartridges on him. A subsequent search at his residence uncovered pump-action gun and 5 more cartridges. Later that same day, police at Boidua Livingstone checkpoint arrested Enoka Siedu, a Chinese national, after 4 live cartridges were discovered in a Toyota pickup. The ammunition was reportedly linked to the employer identified only as Mohammed, who is being sought by police. In another operation on August 23rd, officers arrested Joseph at Bodua Livingstone Junction with 46 cartridges in his vehicle. The suspect admitted ownership. The evening, a Toyota Tundra pickup with registration WR5535/13 was intercepted at Star Village. A search uncovered 3 pump-action guns and another unidentified brand. Stephen Nkansa, who claimed ownership of 2 of the guns and said the third belonged to his chief, was also arrested. The Eastern South Regional Police Command says the operations forms part of intensified efforts to secure the Akwitia by-election, stressing that similar measures will continue to ensure peace before, during and after the polls. Ghana's rapidly expanding population is stretching the fiscal space and complicating efforts to achieve meaningful expenditure cuts. This is according to the Institute of Economic Affairs. From just 6.7 million in 1960, Ghana's population has gone past 35 million in 2025, intensifying demand for schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. The IEA warns that the structural pressures make it nearly impossible for the government to trim spending, with undermining critical social and economic services. Board chairman of the IEA, Dr. Charles Mensah, argues that the long-term solution lies in boosting domestic revenue rather than austerity. Our expenditure will keep on growing, and it should grow as a people. We started with 5 million people during the days of Kwame Nkrumah, and today we are 33 million people. We need to build more roads, more hospitals, more schools. So when I hear people say cut expenditure, I ask which one should we cut, he said. He stressed the need for Ghana to secure stronger ownership and control over its natural resources to enhance revenue flows and reduce reliance on debt financing. Although there is no explicit directive from the International Monetary Fund and World Bank for Ghana to cut spending, their programs and financial assistance are tied to strict fiscal discipline, often requiring expenditure optimism to meet program objectives. Ghana has been implementing fiscal adjustments under the IMF Extended Credit Facility and World Bank-backed initiatives to stabilize the economy and rein in public debt. Already the government signaled its commitment to expenditure rationalism in its early days by capping ministerial appointments at 60 and trimming non-essential foreign travels. In other news, the National Union of Ghana Students (NUGS) has welcomed the release of the 2025 Basic Education Certificate Examination BEC results, but demanding urgent reforms to guarantee student representation in national examination decision making. The West African Examination Council, in a statement on Saturday, August 23rd, announced the release of the provisional result, disclosing that 895 had been cancelled, whilst 1,333 remain withheld. In its response on Sunday, August 24th, NUGS congratulated candidates, parents, teachers and stakeholders for their contributions and commended both WAEC and the Ghana Education Service for the smooth conduct and timely release of the exams. However, the union expressed concerns over what it called the absence of student voices on critical WAEC committees, including the Ghana Examinations Committee and the WAEC Investigative Committee, which decide on cancellation and probe more practices. NUGS argues that excluding students undermines transparency, fairness, and accountability in the examination system, describing the situation as a democratic deficit in educational governance. The union is therefore demanding an immediate inclusion of a student representative on the WAEC Awards and Examiners Appointment Committee, student membership of the WAEC Investigative Committee to ensure fairness and trust, a permanent framework guaranteeing student participation in all national examination-related decision-making. Accountability in education must be inclusive and participatory. We cannot continue to discuss and decide the future of students without the voices of students themselves, NUGS stress. The statement, signed by NUGS President Daniel Kole Botwe and General Secretary Bismarck Yaofori, urged WAEC, the Ministry of Education, and other stakeholders to act swiftly to build trust and credibility in Ghana's examination system. NUGS represents over 12.5 million students across the country and remains the constitutionally recognized voice of Ghanaian students. In business, tax analysts are asking the Ghana Revenue Authority to proceed cautiously with its plan to tax the foreign income of Ghanaians living abroad. The authority recently disclosed that it has issued more than 1,000 letters to citizens holding assets and earning income overseas, directing them to reconcile foreign tax payments with domestic obligation. Speaking in an interview, tax analyst Francis Boy welcomed the effort to broaden the tax net, but warned that without safeguards, the initiative could expose taxpayers to unfair double taxation. He stressed the need for data accuracy and strong public education to ensure compliance and build confidence in the process. We must apply the tax treaties properly to prevent duplication of tax payment. Where needed, education should be the first step. Accuracy is also critical. Not every flagged account belongs to a taxable Ghanaian resident. Finally, if enforcement is perceived as punishment for lack of awareness, since many may not even know they must declare foreign income, it could backfire, he stated. The Ghana Revenue Authority should also focus on encouraging compliance, not discouraging them, he noted. Meanwhile, speaking at the 2025 Annual International Tax Conference held on August 23, 2025, the Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Sapon, said the foreign income taxation initiative leverages global data sharing systems under the automatic exchange of information framework. The move, he explained, is to ensure Ghana receives its fair share of taxes and close compliance gaps that have long undermined revenue mobilization. The enforcement is expected to widen Ghana's tax net and strengthen efforts to boost non-oil revenue amid ongoing fiscal consolidation. Ghana's treasury bill market remains under pressure as the government missed its issuance target for the third consecutive week. The latest auction disclosed with 672 million shortfall, representing a 10.45 under subscription. According to Bank of Ghana data, investors tendered 5.8 billion against a target of 6.42 billion. Of this, 4.02 billion was accepted from 4.04 billion in bids for the 91-day bill, 1.32 billion from 1.33 for 182 days, and 397 million from 430 million for 364 per paper. The under description signals government attempt to moderate borrowing costs even as investors demand higher yields amid completing instrument. Rate inch higher across most tenors, with the 91-day rising 28 basis points to 10.41% and 182-day up 15 basis points to 12.38%. The 364-day, however, dipped slightly, easing by 8 basis points to 13.00%. Government will return to the market this week, seeking to raise 6.72 billion. In sports, Everton began live at their stunning New Hill Stadium with a memorable first Premier League win of the season, beating Brighton 2-0. Jack Grealish, making his first start since joining on loan from Manchester City, was the star of the show. His driven cross was turned in by Lilman after 23 minutes, earning the forward the distinction of scoring Everton's final goal at Goodison Park and their first in their new home. 7 minutes after the restart, Greenlish's clever pass found James Garner, who refouled home a Tendros 25-yard strike to double the lead. Brighton had their chances but paid dearly for missed opportunities. David Moyes, Harrison Armstrong, and James Garner celebrate following the team's victory in the Premier League match between Everton and Brighton. For David Moyes' side, the result kept a historic day. The new ground on the banks of the River Mersey was filled with noise and colour as fans celebrated a fresh era. Pickford's late heroics sealed the points, ensuring Everton could crown their new chapter with victory. Meanwhile, will rule their profligacy and must regroup quickly before facing Manchester City next weekend. Sudan's national men football team, Cinderella run in this year's CHAN tournament continues after the Falcon of Jaden outlasted Algeria in a dramatic quarter-final game. Led by head coach James Kwesi Appiah, Sudan beat Algeria 4-2 in a penalty shootout to qualify to the semi-finals of the Continental Championship, eligible to only players who compete in their national football leagues. The game ended tied at 1-1 at the end of the regulation, an extra time in the penalty shootout. Sudan goalkeeper Mohamed saved 2 penalty attempts to hand his team the stunning win. Sudan are yet to lose a game in the tournament despite dealing with a civil war in the country that forced the team to assemble only 4 days to start off the competition. Ghanaian trainer Kwesi Appiah's team are scheduled to take on fellow high flyers Madagascar on Tuesday, August 26th at 2:30. Morocco takes on defending champions Senegal in the quarter-final on August 26th at 5:30. In showbiz, when a fashion student from Keita Senior High Technical School stunned the internet with a self-made dress like to Met Gala look, the clip did more than spark pride. They revealed a clear truth that Alfred Selom, founder of RTD Lead, has long argued. Raw talent is abundant. What students need now are the digital tools that turn talent into scalable, exportable industry skills. Salam watched those viral videos and posted 2 thoughtful threads explaining why Ghana's senior high school fashion success stories point to a larger opportunity. With modeling software, a student can create, test and experiment dozens of designs virtually. They can arrange digital fabric, see how a garment moves on a virtual model, and test different materials and colors in real time without wasting physical resources, he wrote. Physical prototyping is slow and costly. A student with limited resources may afford only 1 or 2 samples. That restricts experimentation and narrows creative horizon. Design and manufacturing software changes the game. It allows rapid iteration, larger portfolios, and the production of industry standard files that global manufacturers can use directly. Salom is not speaking from theory. He has led research and development for 2 decades. The company grew from a sign writing shop in Achimota into a production house that uses multiple software platforms for design and manufacturing. He says the same digital fundamentals that power sign making CNC production can and should power fashion training. Selom argues that the push should not be limited to fashion. The same technology integration could transform all TVET disciplines by equipping students with job-ready skills at graduation. Digital design knowledge fees faster than prototyping, less waste and better opportunities in fast-growing fields such as 3D fashion design, digital pattern making, virtual fit technology, and sustainable design. Global brands are already seeking talent with these skills. Companies in Adidas, Zara, and luxury houses look for professionals who can bridge creativity and technical workflows. According to him, equipping students with these tools means Ghanaian graduates can compete for high-value roles and run export-ready small manufacturing businesses. Salom calls for practical policy moves. He wants design software taught in classroom, industry partnership, and access to hardware and to the internet. Ghana will host the maiden edition of Creatives Connect Africa from 25th to 30th November 2025 at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel in Accra. The event, which forms part of the Black Star Experience Initiative, is being organized in partnership with the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat and Africa Tourism Partners. It was officially launched on 22nd August at the AFTA Secretariat in Accra. The program is expected to bring together participants from across Africa's tourism, culture, and creative arts sectors. Ghana has secured the right to host the event for 3 years, after which it will rotate to another African country. The objectives of Creatives Connect Africa is to advance continental integration in the creative and cultural industries, promoting intra-Africa collaboration and trade in film, music, and fashion, building capacity for industry growth by equipping creatives and entrepreneurs with skills and tools to leverage after opportunities, identifying and addressing barriers to trade in these sectors, facilitating business partnerships and co-productions, strengthening private sector collaboration, and celebrating Africans' rich heritage through the art. According to organizers, Creatives Connect Africa builds on the success of the After Tourism, Creative and Cultural Industries Forum, which has been held in Botswana over the past 3 years under the African Tourism Leadership Forum. The new platform expands its scope to integrate tourism with the wider creative and cultural industries. Highlights of the program will include master classes in film, music, and fashion, with sessions focusing on trade rules, market access, intra-African opportunities, content development, financing, production, distribution, and the regulatory environment for creative industries. Other areas of focus will be visa and mobility challenges, the role of creatives in driving intra-African trade, storytelling, cultural diplomacy, creative infrastructure, emerging technologies, the gig economy, and financing for the tourism, cultural, and creative sectors. And that is how we wrap up for now on the morning news broadcast. Do well to log on to www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news updates. I am Deborah Adoso. I will be back with subsequent news bulletin later in the afternoon. Do have a good morning.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Mr. Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say ade. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio and yes say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app no our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in and say this what you see baba live on Facebook, ko Instagram, any Ghana Talks Radio page and so now listen. E be your fire. One year, Konya, wading. Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it's just a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adosu.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. It's a new week, it's a new day, a beautiful cloudy morning in the capital of Ghana, Accra. I welcome you to Ghana Talks Radio, where we bring you live on our show, Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. My name is Pakwesi Omare, as you already know, and as Mondays, you know how we do it. We come with the intellectuals, the lawyers and the administrators and the Dennises and the Razaks. Today, unfortunately, 8 p.m. is not joining us, but yeah, he will be here sometime during the week. But yeah, I know the gentlemen will do exactly what we expect of them. Now, without much to say, I want to encourage you to join us in our conversations this morning. You can send your comments and suggestions on our phone lines. WhatsApp line is 0202-544-614, 0202-544-614. Our social media platforms are very active as well. You can join us in there. You can join us in there as well, and we will get interactive with you. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome once again.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Thank you.
back again.
Yeah.
Today I have to commend Dennis on the show. Dennis got here around 5 a.m. I think. So today, when I see the weather, I see that it is because of Dennis. But Dennis, how has it been?
Oh, it's been great. The week before was a great one, and we are hoping to have a good week.
A good week as well. Yeah. Nice. Razak, how be?
Before I talk, I just want to extend my greetings to entire working staff here.
No, okay.
And non-working staff here.
Sure.
The maker of this is a great person. It's a great idea.
Sure.
And we thank him for that. But reality speaking, it hasn't been good of late.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Again?
It's not actually good at all.
Wow.
Because I cannot be fine when the person who promised us America is delivering Niger. I cannot be fine when the person who promised us gold is giving us charcoal. I cannot be fine with the person. I cannot be fine when the person who promised us rice or fried rice is delivering tozafi. I mean, the government has performed badly so far.
Wow.
8 months into an office, and you cannot pinpoint exactly what the government is doing.
Wow.
It's really bad. It's sad. This is not what we were promised. So we are hoping that these people should get, their shoes. Should get up, sit up, and do what is expected of them.
Okay.
The other time I made mention that they are still in campaign mode. We expect them to transition from the campaign mode into real governance and get things done for us. It is not always about the pam as mentioned by one former member of parliament. Also, she's still a member of parliament, former minister for finance.
Okay.
It's not always the chubui that gets things done for us.
Wow.
Since they have gotten into office, they have to take the responsibility of getting us where they promised to take us to. A country of where we will not have taxes, a country of where we will not have new taxes introduced, a situation where we will not have unemployment,
Yeah.
a situation where every worker gets a reasonable, salary
Okay.
on time.
Okay.
So I think the government has performed badly,
Mm.
it has performed poorly, and we hope that going forward things will change.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, there, Razak. Razak.
Yes. Boss.
Speaking of governance and your party, what is happening in your party?
Okay, so with the internal wranglings and the internal banter in the NPP, I think it's something that is expected. It's something that we're expecting it actually, because we know we've always had a very intense internal contest.
Okay.
So this is expected, and we are hoping that at the end of the day we are going to have a strong team coming back together,
Okay.
a strong team going into the election. And I believe that the NPP as a party would do exactly just that. After the internal contest, we are going to come together and we are going to win 2028 election. Inshallah, Bawumia will emerge victorious, despite the forces around against him. He will defy all odds and then he will make it to the contest in 2028.
Okay.
So all these tribal bigots, tribal, religious comments against him, they are not going to stand.
Okay.
He's going to pull out the votes, and it's not always about where you're coming from, the religious, background you're from or the tribe you are. It's about what you have, what you can give, the ideas you have, and we all agree that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a real deal when it comes to giving ideas that are, capable of driving the nation forward. So we cannot contest that fact, and that's what I think we should be, doing our politics on. Let's not rely on the fact that he's a northerner or a people anywhere. All these are not, needed when it comes to development.
Okay.
That's not what develops a nation. What develops a nation is the ideas that the person is bringing on board, the capability of the person in making sure things are done right.
Okay.
And we all can attest to the fact that Bawumia is the real deal when it comes to all these stuffs.
Okay.
So yeah, we know it is an intense one, but hopefully we'll get back together.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. In 2004, were you that much politically active in the year 2004?
I'm not sure. I was just an observer. Of the
Okay.
process.
Okay.
I wasn't active in politics.
Sure. I like if you actually observed it, then fine. Because in 2004, when leading to the 2004 elections, looking at the people who were looking for the mantle to lead the NPP, we were looking at people like Hackman, Alan Kay, Kufuor himself, some big dogs in the Asadin. You look at the campaigning, but we realized that they were able to hold all these campaigns in a very respectful way, very dignified manner towards each other. In recent times, it hasn't been so, especially in the NPP. Why has it got into this stage? What has changed?
Well, I see more desperate candidates, people who want power by all means. But in actual sense, what we should be looking at is what can the person do? That's what we should be looking at.
Okay.
Is the person capable of getting us back to power? Right now, as we speak, we cannot deny the fact that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the, most marketable or most, if you like, most popular among all. So right now, reading from history of the party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, there has not been any instance where a first timer wins election in the NPP.
Okay.
It always And if you remember Akufo-Addo, he had to go about 3 times before winning.
Sure.
So, speaking on this ground, you can say that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, with the impact he's made, considering the adversity the country went through under Akufo-Addo, you can say that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is capable of winning the elections for the NPP.
Okay.
And for that matter, we must give him that, mantle. We must give him the go-ahead to lead the party into 2028 elections.
Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of presidents, DMB's first attempt was the 2024 elections.
Yes.
I don't know what the NPP means by he is the most marketable, because we've presented him before and we look at the margins that he lost with. The first time Kufuor lost, it wasn't to this margin.
Okay.
The first time Akufo-Addo lost, it wasn't to this margin.
Okay.
So that is where it questions that idea of him being the most marketable.
Okay, so what we are saying is that Bawumia has been the most impactful vice president we've ever had in this country.
Really?
That is a fact.
Okay.
The most impactful vice president, and a vice president that you can sit and say that this person is working.
Okay.
Not like the current vice president that we have. Not to disrespect for Honorable Her Excellency.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is that what we had under Akufo-Addo as vice president is more popular and active, or was more popular and active than what we have under President John Mahama as vice president. This is clearly a fact. So what we mean by he's the most...
That's not a full point, because Her Excellency Professor Jenana has only been in governance for just 8 months. So how can you compare an 8 years performance to 8 months performance? How? I mean, how does it hold? How does it hold?
How does it hold?
Yeah. How does it hold?
Well, you have a point, but you see, what we are saying is that even prior to elections, the campaign she did, and the campaign Bawumia did when he was in opposition, you can still see that Bawumia still outweighed her.
Do you know what? It's different when you are making that comparison. You understand? She hadn't tasted power then, and Bawumia was in governance.
I am making this in the context of they being running mates, not in government.
No. I mean, it still doesn't hold.
And I'm saying that Bawumia, when he was in opposition, he was vying to become the vice president or to get NPP into power. And when Professor Jenana Opoko was, vying to become the vice president for John Dramani Mahama, the kind of campaign they did, Bawumia's position or Bawumia's campaign still outweigh her. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's no, I don't think so. From my understanding, I don't think so. I mean, I think it is I don't know the assertion you are trying to arrive at, but whatever you are saying doesn't hold.
Well, that's fine.
In the context that it is let's give it time. I mean, it's been 8 months. So let's give it time. Yes, we are not disputing. We are not disputing the fact that during his time as vice president, he was innovative.
He was active.
No, we are not disputing whatever fact you are throwing out there.
Okay.
But we are saying that I am saying that comparing 8 months to 8 years of governance,
it doesn't hold substance. Okay, but I think that's fair.
Okay, so I think I'll not use Jena and I'll use John Mahama. So John Mahama has been a vice president. President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has been a vice president. So let's compare the performance of John Dramani Mahama in his 4 years as vice president and former vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You still see that President
Mahmoud... It still doesn't hold because President Mahmoud was vice for only 4 years. I mean, it wasn't up...
Yeah, so we are using the 4 years of both. We are using the 4 years of both candidates. 4 years of President Mahama as vice president. 4 years of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as vice president.
Okay.
And you can see that President John Dramani Mahama, when he was the vice president, cannot come close when it comes to performance to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay,
This-
so
this
put
is
out the indices
So
and
we are
let's
saying
compare.
that President John Dramani Mahama,
So put out the
he's
indices.
been in politics
Uh-huh.
for a very long time. From constituency level executive, district DC, parliamentary candidate, vice president, and today a president. And I'm telling you that today, as we speak, his policies, or he has no single intervention policy attached to his name as a politician. Don't what is it? Are you going to mention it? It is recent time that he's trying to come up with a social intervention policy by bringing up Mahama Care policy. And even with that, do you know the source of funding for that policy? They are going into the health insurance fund to take 20%. It matters. It matters.
Does it
And I
matter
am
from
telling
where
you
they
that-
will scoop the funds from? What matters is the policy is benefiting Ghanaians. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't.
So
Doesn't
are you
matter
not
where
thinking
they are
about?
scooping the
Are
funds
you
from.
not thinking about whether or not they should have incorporated it into the health insurance fund? It's all about health, right? So why are they trying to take it out to make it look like John Dramani Mahama is coming with a policy or social intervention
But
policy
has it
instead of
been-
integrating it in the health insurance fund?
Has it been
And aside that,
established?
social
Razak,
intervention policy
Razak,
should
I'm
not
coming.
carry political character.
Razak, I'm coming.
Mahama Care
Has
is
it
coming with a
been
political character.
established that the Mahama Cares is going to be funded from the NHIS?
They are taking 20%. I have the bill. I have the bill.
Okay.
If you want, I can get it for you.
Okay.
And they are taking about 20% from the NHIS
Okay.
to fund the Mahama Care. That is improper because NHIS is still struggling. We all agree to that. NHIS is struggling. Taking 20% in terms of its resources.
Recent times, we've seen the NHIS themselves come out to say that all their arrears have been paid. So I don't see what they're struggling
You are
with.
saying that.
Well, I haven't seen that.
Oh, really?
Yes. I haven't.
Razak,
And I'm
Razak.
telling you that you see some of these things. You have someone going to hospital, and under the NHIS,
Yeah.
they cannot get medicine from the state. They would have to prescribe for them to go and buy. Meanwhile, under normal circumstances, the NHIS is supposed to cover some of these things.
Okay.
So this is what I mean that by saying that the NHIS in itself is struggling. So
Okay.
taking 20% out of the funds allocated for it is going to cripple it further.
Okay.
Just to resource or fund your policy program that is coming with political character, which shouldn't be so.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make sense to come with a policy that is carrying this political character.
All right. But-
If you look at the past presidents and past leaders that have come, they don't come up with policies that carries this kind of characters.
Okay. Razak, now let's go back to staying on track with the issue at hand. We are talking about your party internal wranglings and why you think Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is this. Like, whether he's sellable or not, whether he's marketable or whether he's competent or not, looking at how muddy this whole process is going, where is it stemming from? The what do we call it? Oh, I think you even mentioned it on the platform right now.
The internal wrangling or
No, with him being a Muslim, a Kusasi or a Mampusi, and all these
yes, that's
things going
tribal
on. The
bigotry.
tribal, yeah. I mean, how healthy is this in our? Because we are talking about one of the most influential political parties in the country, and so if things are not really going well, we all need to be concerned.
yes.
We really need to be concerned. Then it's looking at what is going on in the party. Is it fair to say or to align with some of the party bigwigs that the party is on a down slope? They are really
No, it is whatever. Thank you for this opportunity. Whatever that is happening currently in the NPP, it is expected because
Okay.
coming back from this unprecedented defeat, I mean, it is expected.
Okay.
But the angle on which some of the candidates are working on, that is wrong. I mean it's all about competence.
Okay.
Understand? I mean, it's got nothing to do with tribal affiliations or whatever. No, I mean, we shouldn't discriminate based on where you are coming from or not. No, you should be if you are competent enough, why not? And over the years, yes, Baumia, His Excellency the former Vice President, has his short faults, but in the past he's proven that he's a competent candidate and he's a formidable force. He has been so ever since his introduction into our active party politics.
Okay.
So I think it is expected, but the tribal lines,
okay,
it won't help.
all right.
It won't. But it will rather. I don't know. The tribal lines, I don't buy into it. I mean, let's look at what he as a person, he as an astute economist, he as a digital man brings on board rather than his tribal affiliations.
Okay,
So
thank you there. Thank you.
With the internal wranglings, I mean, it's expected.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it is expected.
Now let's dig into our main topics for discussion. The Sanitation Committee in Parliament are proposing an increment in the sanitation levy. They are giving some reasons as to why they think this levy should be increased. But look at our sanitation corridors as a country. Are we really on course to say that, oh, we are keeping our cities clean? Look at our gutters. Look at even how these gutters are being constructed. Look at our roads. Even when it rains, we see some part of our roads getting flooded. All these things sums into our sanitation.
Yes.
But I don't know if we haven't really paid attention. We only look at the fields. Oh, there's a refuse dump here, there is this here and all that.
You see, we as a country, there's a problem with our drainage system.
Okay.
Because you just mentioned the way we award our contracts and how our gutters are made. Recently, I went to Cote d'Ivoire. Is it Cote d'Ivoire? Just our neighboring country.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have Cote d'Ivoire, we have Burkina on our borders. So.
Yes, it was Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
That was during the AFCON.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went to Cote d'Ivoire, and you know the kind of roads I see there, and the way their gutters were made. Charlie, I felt that there's a problem with a Ghanaian constructor, because as it is done over there, they have a very organized system.
Wow.
In terms of their road structure. You don't see open gutters anyhow. They are structured in a way that you cannot just go and throw something in the gutter like that. And sometimes in Ghana here, I see that when it's raining, people will pour their bola inside the gutter for the water to take it away. But even with doing this, you know that you are not just pouring it away, because it will go and gather somewhere. And when it rains heavy, you see flooding. But this is to say that we as a problem, we as a people, there's a problem with us.
Okay.
Because I don't see the sense in pouring your garbage or your bola inside a gutter. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But what is the government doing about it? So you see that the government also do not provide these containers at various points in the country where people can easily drop their bola inside. In certain jurisdictions, it is not even the people that pay for their bola to be carried away.
Okay.
But in our case, it is entirely so. You have to pay for your bola. So even the various, in the cities, we expect the government should be able to provide this. I don't know what it's called. The Zoom Lion containers. They provide them for people to be able to drop their bolas in, and then at the end of the day, they will just come and carry it away. If you go to Accra, Charlie, on Sundays, the place is dirty. It's as if there's no any cleaning agencies in
Ghana.
This is very bad.
Sure.
So the call for an increase in this sanitation levy, I think, is a good one.
Okay.
But I also read this in conjunction with what we were told by the finance minister, that he was going to run this country without increments in taxes, that he was going to run this country without subjecting us to new taxes. So we when you read these two together, you find it difficult to get the line.
But Razak.
But it is actually a good call.
Okay.
Because it is to keep the city clean. And where they are taking the salary to, I feel that there are a lot of, did I say salary? The tax.
Yeah.
I feel like there are a lot of tax already on our energy sector.
Okay.
And I have a lot of them here.
Okay.
The energy sector is coupled with a lot of taxes like energy debt recovery levy, energy sector recovery levy, sanitation and pollution levy, road fund levy, energy fund levy, price stabilization and recovery levy, electricity consumption levy, public lighting levy, national electrification levy scheme levy, and so on, a lot of them.
So do you think we should have looked at a different
Yes, I think we should maybe look at a different way of sourcing this.
Okay.
Instead of coupling the energy sector with a lot of levy, which is going to have effects on our energy sector.
All right.
I remember when they were introducing the e-levy, we were told point blank that the increase, the 1 CD or the 8% increase in the D-levy is not going to affect pump price.
Okay.
Today that's not the case. Because today you go to the pumps and price of fuel has increased. And you no longer get 1 liter for 12 cedis.
Sure.
Today is going to 13 to 15 cedis, 13 to 14 cedis.
Okay.
And even with diesel is around 14, 15 thereabout. We are gradually returning back to where we were when Akufo-Addo was in power.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
we are gradually returning that to that point. Because
is that point a good point or a bad point? Is that point a good point or a bad point?
With regards to what's happening now, you can say that it wasn't a good point. That's the fact of the matter. It wasn't a good point to have petrol selling at 15 cedis.
Okay.
It wasn't at all. But let's look at the factors that occasioned that.
Please.
And we know that international.
Why?
Okay,
Why are you looking at Dennis?
No, you are making your point.
I'm making a point. I don't know why you are laughing.
I'm laughing because how Dennis is looking at you and you also.
Maybe Dennis shouldn't be looking at me. You are scaring me.
No. You can go on. He's making some good points. So.
Yeah, so we were told that
as
at the time Akufo-Addo was in government, international crude oil was sold at 70 something like that, 70% or something like that.
Okay.
It had increased to 70. I'm unable to quote exactly. But today it has come down to like 60 something.
Okay.
That should tell you where the increase is coming from and the decrease is coming from. It is not entirely the fact that the NDC has done something new, unless of course anybody here will tell me that this is what they've done and that has occasioned or that has led to the decrease in fuel.
Okay.
Otherwise, we know where it is coming from.
Okay.
We import. And that's basically what determines the price we sell our fuel at.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I think basically it wasn't good to sell it at that price, but today it has come down a little bit. But even with that decrement, it is not reflecting in the economy.
Oh, but transportation fares have been reduced.
Which transportation fare? From here to north, it has not decreased.
Really?
No. It has not at all.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no.
It hasn't.
It has not
reduced. If you should pick, let's say, a VIP bus from Circle to North, it's the same price as last year.
Yes.
Hey.
Nothing has decreased though. But why would I lie to you? No. I cannot lie to you. It has not. And even today, price of Kenke is still 5 cedis. Nothing has decreased. We have our bags of beans and we cannot sell. Nothing is moving in the country.
Okay. I have a friend who sells this maize. we go for it from Kintampo. Now back then, we used to buy a bag. We have these kilos of bag that they sell in for 1,003.
Okay.
Now it's no more 1,003. Now it's about 980 cedis.
But he's not selling. Ask him. He's not selling.
Oh.
I have a lot of those complaints on my phone here. People are complaining that even though it has reduced at their end, but they are not selling. They cannot even sell. Maybe I'll read one for you.
So which one will be better? It being expensive, but we can sell, or it being reduced and.
But do you know what people were doing? The business was that you buy and then when people bought their beans, bags of beans at let's say 1,500 or so.
Yeah.
And they kept it down. Today it has reduced. If you are coming to sell, you are definitely going to make loss. That's what the cry is. And even with that, they cannot sell because nobody is buying. That's what we are going through as a nation. So, the invisible hand in the economy driving it is not helping. That's why you see Bank of Ghana with their own dollar, with their own rate. But the Aboki also has his own rate because he has the dollar. Bank of Ghana will give their rate, Aboki has the dollar. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, so this actually is really affecting the nation. It is not moving in the right direction at all.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Dennis.
Okay. Thank you once again
Sure.
for this opportunity again. I mean the Parliamentary Select Committee on Sanitation and Health.
Yeah.
The statement for the reduction, for the increase of the sanitation levy is, it's one unpatriotic move that I've ever come across.
Really?
And why so? I mean, what's the justification for the increase when we've been spending close to $137 million annually for sanitation alone? And you are telling us for increase. I mean, what's the justification for it? You can equate it to an instance where you have a kid. The kid is not performing well academically.
Yeah.
You are paying for extra classes. You are spending a budget of let's say 500 cedis monthly for extra classes. Still, your child is not performing. And the best solution you can think of is increasing the budget for the extra classes instead of attacking the main problem. You are just throwing money. No, it shouldn't work like that. Sure. And the person championing that is the member for the MP for Nkwanta North, John Otibles.
Yeah.
If this thing goes through because they think they have the numbers, this thing goes through, personally, I'll lead a campaign against him. And to make sure that if he doesn't represent the people of Nkwanta North,
are you sure?
The next general election,
you will lead that campaign.
I will lead that campaign. Should this thing goes through, if they think they have the numbers and they can push this thing through, I mean, what sort of nonsense is this? You sit there and you think you can push anything down our throat. Look at the money we are spending on annually. We are spending $35 million for what?
For sanitation alone.
For sanitation alone, and we are not getting value for money, and you are telling us to throw more money. Does it make sense? Should they, some of the members on the committee, they have businesses. So are they telling us that when their business is in decline, the best thing they can do is to be throwing more money? You are putting money, you are not getting money on your returns, and you are saying you should throw in more money. Does it make sense to them? If Ghana were to be their businesses, their personal businesses, would they have made these suggestions? What sort of excuse me nonsense is that? If they think they have the numbers, they should go ahead, Mr. John Otibles, and I want to tell him that directly to him, Parliament is a house of records.
Sure.
And if you lead this unpatriotic move of burdening the taxpayer, we will lead a campaign to make sure that you don't represent the people of Nkwanta North again. Because see, as I when I was coming, I was seeing pictures of Nkwanta North. Even your own constituency is as dirty as ever.
Really?
It's in Nkwanta North. It's very, very dirty. Look at on our capital. Using the N1 stretch. Everywhere is filled with filth. Filth. There are no bins. There are no. You can walk the whole of Accra Central without seeing any bin. And you are telling us we are not getting value for money. You are telling us to pump more money. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? What are these people doing?
Okay, but then
they should be mindful that we gave them the numbers to do reasonable things and not try to burden the taxpayers. We won't hold on to that.
Okay,
$135 million and you're asking for more. What's the justification for this? My brother, can you justify this?
But well, you see what he's saying is actually a clear understandable point.
Okay.
Because $35 million,
$135
million is not.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Even
with that money,
looking at the state of California,
we cannot see dustbin where you just simply put.
Looking at the state of California,
looking at
the state of California, they are about 4 times as the size of Ghana.
That's just one state.
That's just a state too. But comparatively, the budget is spent annually on sanitation. It's a little bit. I mean, over. Let's say it's in excess of 200 million. I mean,
we are just 35 million people.
35 million people, and we are spending 135 million annually.
No. That's bad.
And you're asking us to pay more for what?
But gentlemen, let's look at some of the things they stated.
There is no justification to this. There is no
the job creation.
Should we be getting value for money?
Job creation.
It is understandable
from that tax.
It's saying that if that money, it's let's say increased, if we are gaining such amount of revenue, some of the things that it could
no. See, it is creating more room. It's for loot. Basically, that's it. It's like people are already stealing, and you are giving them more money to steal. That's what
you believe that the revenue we are making now, that's about 135 million Ghana cedis. That's annual
allocation for sanitation alone.
Yeah. So that alone every year should actually be enough to
far more.
Okay.
It should be enough. A country like us, how much is our
I'm
population?
even wondering why we have this amount of money allocated to this particular problem.
Yeah.
Yet we don't see bins around.
We don't see anything.
We don't see anything. You go to Accra and the place is dirty, as if there's no sanitation agency in the country. There's nothing is being done. So we are wondering where the money is. So I side with him completely. I side with him because it doesn't make sense to spend $135 million on sanitation.
He's the one leading this.
Nobody's doing anything. That money is not small money.
It's not small money. $135 million. It's not small money. Even in the U.S. economy, $135 million is not a joke. Bro, it's no joke. And you are telling us we are paying more than necessary. We are not getting value for money. And you are telling us to pay more.
Okay, so what?
So it means you are paying more for the looters to loot more.
So what if that the reason why we are not seeing more success from this whole sanitation
corruption
is because the monies allocated into it
are going to individual pocket.
No, but probably the monies are not enough. That's why they want more. They want to increase the levy.
No, it's enough.
But okay, the allocated money to it, does it come from the levies we pay on the sanitation?
Not all of them.
We are paying
some are from donor agencies and all of that.
Yeah. Okay,
that sums up with the levies, donor agencies, the levies and all.
By the decentralization structure, they receive only 200,000 for the sanitation. Activities within every constituency or district.
200,000.
So that's where I have a problem. Okay. As to whether 200,000 is enough to deal with these issues. And out of that 200,000 cities, they will be able to make sure the environment is clean. Out of that 200,000 cities, And as to whether or not that 200,000 cedi is being put to effective use, or it goes into the pockets of people.
Okay.
A constituency like mine, I believe 200,000 cedis should be able to do massive work for us in terms of sanitation. It should be able to.
Okay.
I don't know of other constituencies. You know, like Accra here, there's pressure, so 200,000 might not be enough.
No, I mean, I don't know why, or is it a grand scheme to throw in more money and loot or what? Because, PK, there's no justification for this. We are paying far more than necessary, and we are not getting value for money. And the best solution you can give is throwing more money. How does it work, my brother? How does it work? What sort of unpatriotic move is that? Think of stealing the loopholes. There are loopholes which we are all aware of. Think of stealing the loopholes. Let's get value for money, then come back to the table again.
Okay.
To have that discussion. I mean, why?
Okay.
$135 million is not a joke, and you're asking us to throw in more money.
Let me ask this. Looking at our sanitation issues, who does it really lie on? Is it the government
the
who
decision
has
makers?
failed the decision makers?
The decision makers, they have failed us. The decision makers, they have failed us. And in regards to our sanitation issues, I think it should be decentralized properly.
I think it has.
It has, but I qualified it properly. It should be decentralized properly. I mean, the funds that are being allocated for sanitation should properly be accounted for. There should be strict supervision as to what our money are being used for. You understand? The issue is not about funding. The issue is about structures, and I mean, there are loopholes. We should find ways.
You see, when we're doing
decentralization
back in university, we were told that devolution is the best form of decentralization. But we cannot practice it in Ghana because it will take off certain powers from the president and then given to the local the DCs and co. And that the president would not like. So that's why we cannot practice devolution as a form of decentralization in this country. Otherwise, that would have been the best. The best form of decentralization.
Okay.
You know, even see what I've realized is what I have realized with city beautification. You don't even need to be putting up high-rise buildings.
Okay.
Just have clean cities.
Okay.
You know, just have clean cities. You don't need to be putting up. You know.
Oh, but as a matter of fact, I don't know whether
clean
it's
cities.
because
just clean cities and your cities will.
It was during our
beautiful.
that they also decide to keep their city.
Looking at the city of Shanghai. It is not the high-rise buildings that make them beautiful. No,
it's
they are
the
clean
cleanliness,
cities.
I watched. I even thought it was a gutter. Like, and it looked like a gutter.
Look at cities like Yokohama,
and you can see fishes swimming through.
The
it was so
koi fishes. Yes,
Yeah, I'm
the
like,
city of Yokohama.
Where will be gutter? Well, come and look at my.
They are
hand.
koi fishes. They are koi fishes. Yeah, those colored fishes.
Yeah.
Koi
those
fishes.
ones. Very beautiful. Like they're just roaming in the.
And look around in that same video. You can look around architecture-wise. The building. They are not any high-rise building. No, many beautiful.
sure.
But just that the cities are clean.
So clean.
Clean.
Very, very.
You don't
clean.
need to have high-rise buildings. No, just take care of your cities. Just take care of the sanitation issues, and you are good to go.
Dennis, he works with the Asians, so when it comes to the Asian territory,
we
they
are
are-
listening.
We are joking. This thing should it go through? Should they push this through because they think they have the numbers?
You will lead the one
And
man
this
I'll lead the
would even
campaign.
increase our price at the pumps.
at the pumps.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
It
it
will
will be
definitely
taxed.
Yeah.
Because it's
how
going
do
to
you
take
even-
from the energy sector.
Yes, for the energy sector. So I mean we are paying more, far more for nothing, and you are telling us to throw It's like a boxer. I mean, he's losing. Clearly, he's losing, and you are pushing him. I mean, you are calling for his death. Charlie, this I wasn't happy at all with this movie. John T. Bless you are a very honorable person.
This is what happened when people scam their way into power.
They scam their way.
It seems they are lost of ideas, or they don't have any innovative ways of dealing with the sanitation.
Exactly.
The best thing they can do is to throw him money. It's like a rich man. Instead of giving your kids the basic skills, you think the kid can have his way through money. No, you can't do that. You can never do that. I mean, at the universities, we have mates who they had their way through because they could pay, but at the end of the day, they couldn't pass.
They can't.
You can't,
because there are
you'll be
instances
exposed.
where you would need individual brilliance to sail through, and that you will lack it because you paid your way.
Why are they acting as if the ordinary Ghanaian has no brain to think? Why are they acting as if? Because you've been to school. The reason why we put you there over others is that you get the job done. And the best solution you bring on board is increase more money. No. Increase the first, throw in more money. Does it make sense? No.
An economy that's already struggling.
Well, I see. A struggling, an ailing economy, and you're asking us throw in more money.
Okay.
What's the justification for this? I mean, this should come again.
Okay.
It should come again.
The National Identification Authority.
Now that title will come there.
It seems today you have a lot.
Yeah.
Dennis always had problems with people.
Yeah, I see his conviction when it comes to issues that are being done improperly. When he's firm on his stance, you know, he doesn't back up.
Sure.
Always make his stance known.
No. Okay.
With conviction.
Then you are proud of that. You admire.
Oh yeah,
that,
sure. I am. I'm very proud.
No bias, nothing. Dennis.
No, the bias. Sometimes he is. Sometimes he is biased.
I think that Razak always wants things to go in his favor. Once it doesn't go in his favor,
no, do you know what? He one time told me that I should come and join the DMB team, and I said no. And I declined. Oh, that's the reason. He once told me to come and join the DMB.
Okay, but the NHI, the Interior Ministry, is looking to absorb it. Now let's take it from here. As a country, as a people, one thing we should never play with is our identity.
Yes.
We've come a long way in trying to identify ourselves properly as a people.
Yeah, that base to capture.
Exactly. And we've finally arrived at the ECOWAS identification card, which is what we call the Ghana card now.
Yes, Dr. Baume's idea.
No. Long before Dr. Atifwa, Professor Atifwa, he started this thing under Kufo. And Akufo,
what did he start it? What? He started what?
The Ghana card.
How did he start it? Well, give me a brief history as to how he started it.
Do you know what? Before this, we had a Ghana card in existence before this.
No, that's not true.
How
was it looking like? How was it?
Do you know what? The identification number, the biodata, or which is the identification number, which is linked to your biodata. Biodata in regards to the Ghana card. It's the same thing with the old one. It's the same thing as this very new one. You know what? My identification number on the old card is the same thing as what I have now.
And I'm saying that was not Ghana card. That was different from ECOWAS identification card we have now.
But it started from somewhere, so don't be here and making the point that it is Baume's. Sorry, it's Excellency the former Vice President's initiative. No, it started under way back. Even it predates Kufuor government.
So what was the use of that card? Compare it to now, what you can use your Ghana card for?
To have a big database.
You understand?
Yes.
Now it is more organized than it used to be.
No. No, if
I
you
don't
would,
even
if
believe
you,
in what you are saying that in the first place that there was something called Ghana card in existence.
there was.
That is not true.
What was it called?
Okay.
What was it called?
It was not called Ghana card.
What was it called then?
But it was an identification card.
Yes.
Just
What
not
was it called
Ghana
then?
No, it was not called Ghana card.
What was it
The
called
truth
then?
is that it was not called Ghana card.
What was it called then?
No. But you, what are you saying? Okay, it was not called ECOWAS card.
You go
So
on
you
with your
see,
submission.
you are just
I'm just doing what?
you are making it look like
Uh-huh.
this thing of ECOWAS card was in existence. That's not
No,
true.
we started from somewhere. So
You
don't
started from
attribute
somewhere,
all the
that's
credit to DMB. No, it doesn't work like that. We started from somewhere. Do you know when Professor Kenatifa started this?
But
Akufo's regime.
even if I
Akufo's
should
regime.
That's still MPP. Don't worry yourself about this.
what exactly did Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia have to do with the ECOWAS card? Do you know what the NPP only came to do about the ECOWAS card when they resumed power in 2016?
What did
They only came to renegotiate the contract. The contractor was already there, money was already in place to, everything was there. They only came to renegotiate.
You see, what we are saying is that you had a card that was dysfunctional. Today, ECOWAS card. I went to Cote d'Ivoire with my ECOWAS card. I didn't have
A passport.
I didn't have a passport then. You
But
understand?
The ECOWAS card took you
Do
there.
you know,
The
do you
ECOWAS
know-
card
do you
took
know,
me
with identification
Let me
cards,
make
eh,
my-
it's a process.
Mm.
It's a process. So you can't begin and end it. No, it's a process. It's a continue.
okay,
It's always in
advancing.
continue.
Okay.
You understand? So you can't allocate all the credit to a single individual.
No, okay.
You should start from somewhere.
All right. That's fair.
You understand?
Okay, good. So
Now-
what I am saying is that
Yeah.
with the NHIS,
NHIS.
with the Ghana card,
Yeah.
and how far we've come with the identification, the database of our country.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that the Ghana card we have now is more organized than what we had before.
Okay.
Today you have a card that you can use for a lot of things in the country and outside the country.
Okay.
Just like the Ghana card, if you are traveling or you are coming in, you have your Ghana card. The e-gate is that you just come and put your Ghana card there. It will open for
That
you
is
to
not
come
true.
in. What is not true?
That is not true.
What is not true? I have videos that I can show you. That the e-gate card, you use your Ghana card to enter.
That
Are
is
they
not
e-gate
true.
card?
Yes, you don't need to go through customs.
That is not true.
Okay.
This is a fact.
Okay.
Have you traveled before outside the country when we do when this Ghana card was?
My brother, make your point. Make your point.
So if you are travel out, you would realize that coming into the moving out of the country, you don't require any complex process. You just have to come with your Ghana card and e-gate to open for you.
Oh, nice.
You can move out with your Ghana card even without passport within the ECOWAS jurisdiction.
All right. That's fair.
This is the Ghana card we are talking now. So you have this Ghana card that have data of every Ghanaian. Who has it? It has your data.
Okay.
And now what we are seeking to do is that in advanced countries, you have the card contains every information about you. So it is easy to track your activities.
Okay.
If you commit a crime, it's very easy to track your activities because the system is said that whatever information about the person is in the system.
Okay.
So that is what the NHI is trying to do.
Okay.
But you see, this is a process, and I was hoping that they would give the credit to the Oswald Akufo-Addo government, because with how far we have come in terms of our, data and its preservation, I think Akufo-Addo has done marvelous job. Even to the extent that people were mocking Bawumia for saying that he would choose Ghana card over, some interchange or something like that. So what we are saying is that look, the Ghana card has become something of value. Something of value. And the system he was trying to integrate is that you can have a system where you rely on credit, just like it is done in the US. A lot of people live on credit. You just have your card, you go and purchase something, then you'll be paying small.
Okay, I'm coming.
Using the card.
I'm coming. Razak.
And the NHIA is seeking to integrate it into the interior because they simply want to be able to fight security issues.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Right. Right.
That's what they are seeking to do.
Right.
There's no problem with that.
Okay.
But can the authority itself handle the issue of security without integrating it? This is a question I want to find out. Maybe
Sure.
You would help me.
Sure, I also get you, because that has been the question after this conversation actually came out.
Yes.
The NHIE is an institution on its own.
Yes.
Are we saying they don't have the right security measures to be protecting the identity of Ghanaians? Or to make sure no fake identification has been issued whatsoever, in that they need to be absorbed by another ministry? Then what becomes of the NHIE itself?
So we really cannot place my hand exactly on the issue. But even if the NHIE cannot do that on their own, how about resourcing it to be able to do that? How about finding them the right resources, the right systems to be able to track all these things?
Okay.
Instead of integrating it in another ministry. What becomes of the workers? Or it is going to be made in department where you have, well, I don't know how that is going to be done.
Okay. If you study the proposal very well, it seems that, you see, now banks always want to access the identities of their customers or clients, however we want to put it. But to the NHIE, it is not so safe to even go to the bank and present your identification cards for them to print and all that.
It is one that no bank should copy or photocopy or your Ghana card.
So, and the banks also are interested in making sure they verify whoever they are dealing with properly. Now, could it be that for the reason by these banks and other institutions who needs the verification or validation of these identifications, then the Interior Ministry, who has the right appropriate tools when it comes to our security, can be the source through which these banks can access the validation or verification of our identities? Is it the conversation?
Well, you see, this issue of integration, I specifically believe that we can set up a system that would, the fear is also that the banks that are requesting for details, how authentic is the process and how, they want to do with the data, and the possibility of, they having interest, a bad interest in the data they are taking. That is also a fear that I think is being held by a lot of people with regards to in terms of the security.
Yeah.
So the issue is that there should be a system where banks, when they are granting loans or something like that, they would definitely want to verify who they are dealing with.
Sure.
So there should be a system to allow them, have access to the information of the person they are dealing with, just as it is done in other jurisdictions.
Sure.
You have your, your card. When you come to take a loan, it is based on the card, and there's even a credit score in some jurisdiction. They will know how you are doing before they will give you the loan, or they will give you anything on credit.
Any credit facility.
So there should be a system that allows for all this, so that the banks will also have access to, information of their customers or whoever they are dealing with. All this is to ensure that they don't also, fall short or get end up getting lost or being unable to identify the person they've lended money to. So I think they should just integrate a system instead of, unnecessary integration of this into the Interior Ministry. I don't think they can even partner with the ministry instead of integrating it.
Okay.
I don't think it is necessary.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Dennis.
Okay, thank you once again for
Yes,
this
sir.
opportunity. In my opinion differs from what my brother just said.
That's
I mean, I think it is very much necessary.
okay.
Issues of biodata are security issues. You understand?
Sure.
And I'm happy I'm happy with this and National Identification Authority merging with the National Security. I mean, I'm happy.
Okay.
And my reason is that, people haven't come to terms with this. Our passport is very much sought after because the ordinary Ghanaian is a very disciplined individual. Wherever he travels, we have good names. We make good name for ourselves. So our passport in the sub-region is very much sought after.
Wow.
Even by extension on the whole continent, our passport, they are very much sought after, to the extent that these Nigerians, it's alleged that they've set up a cabal that deals in sourcing for Ghana passport for Nigerians, for travels.
Wow.
Yes, there are instances in UK where Nigerians, I mean, you can feel from the tonation that now this guy is a Nigerian, but
he has a Ghanaian passport.
He has a Ghanaian passport.
Wow.
So merging it, integrating it into the NIA, I mean, it will mitigate that.
Okay.
You will be careful. I
Sure.
mean, national security is a serious issue.
Very serious.
It's a serious entity to do with. So sourcing a passport, for you knowing that you have to pass through national security drills, you think twice before venturing into it. And so the idea of NIA merging with national security, I'm particularly happy because I mean issues of biodata. I mean it's a national security issue. So it's in line.
Okay.
I'm happy with this. I mean it will kill that. This. There are people, especially Nigerians, allegedly, some of the Nigerians who have been here for long, they've established that as business.
Wow.
As business, and they are bringing them in, and they are sourcing Ghanaian passport that are supposed to be for Ghanaians, and whatever that they are using those passports for, we don't know.
Sure.
We don't know.
Sure.
You understand? So we should. I mean, Ghanaians, we build the name for ourselves, so we should be able to protect it. I mean, it's a right call. I mean, what else can we ask for? I mean, this is a good move,
okay.
And I support it 100%. Yeah.
But so do you think integrating it will solve the problem? Because sometimes some of these things, you see that I can just sit in my comfort zone or at the comfort of my my place. And get an agent to get me a passport.
Okay.
Without even going through any without having to go there myself. So what they do is that they will take your details, book a date, and then you go and take the picture. The only thing you will do is to go and take the picture, and after that they will process it, and then when it gets ready, they will just come and pick it for you. The agent will do all that.
Okay. And
so integrating it instead of revising the measures or the ways it is done, so that the person's physical appearance, for you to be able to determine whether he's really a Ghanaian, is also one thing. But we have agents that are doing it even without the person having to come there, except for the picture. So I think integrating it per se should not be the core. But we have different views on this issue, and I respect the views of any other person. But my view is that maybe we should have a way of looking at this in terms of the procedure it is done.
Okay.
How it is done, and the people involved in doing it, because it is alleged that even those who are seated in the offices are working with people outside. That you will just come and get the thing done for you as quickly as possible without having to go through all the right process. So I think maybe the people in offices and their agents, maybe there should be an overhaul or something. So we'll be able to put in the right process, or even allow the security, the security, as in the Interior Ministry, to have a say in some of these things, so that if I am going to do my birth cert, my passport, I would probably or possibly or definitely have to go through some Interior Ministry process.
Okay.
So there are security systems or something like that.
But don't you think integrating it, they are going to have these kind of systems in place?
I think even partnership will do.
So you only have a problem with them absorbing them,
yes,
integrating them. They could have just partnered with them.
Yes. to establish that.
Do you know what? I'm referring to the point that I made earlier. See, issues of biodata are national security issues. You understand?
Yeah.
And NIA captures the database of Ghanaians. You understand? And data is very, very important, and it is key. It is key. So as a country, you wouldn't want to mess up with your data.
Your database.
You understand? I mean, although integrating it into the National Security Authority wouldn't eradicate the fraud 100%, but at least it's the right call.
Okay.
You understand? It's the right call, because if I am a frontman doing this under this fraudulent act, I mean, the fact that it's being integrated into national security alone would put the fear of God in me. You understand?
Yeah.
That alone. You understand the point I'm trying to make?
But even
At
even
least it
now-
wouldn't stop
even
all the
now,
problems. It's
The
different.
fear of God does not stop them from doing it. They know that there is a fear of God.
No, literally.
Literally. That's true.
Literally, you would think twice. I mean, you wouldn't take the risk, because Charlie, this thing is a good move. I'm telling you, my brother, it's a good move.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't solve all the problems, we know, but it's a
it'll-
good
it'll
move.
handle
Because the
some
problem I
part of
have
it,
with that, I mean, the rate at which it seems our passport, I mean, it is easily available to non-Ghanaians. The fact
access
that
it.
it is easily available to non-Ghanaians is a worry to me.
Okay.
It shouldn't be like a bread that you can easily go into the market and buy.
then
No,
buy.
it's issues of our biodata as a people. That is what we are talking about.
Okay.
Understand? So a move like this to eradicate the issue of, I don't know, should I call it corruption, or I don't know.
Well, there's corruption.
Yes.
articles of
I
corruption.
mean, it's a good call.
Okay.
It's a good call, and it's a good call. I don't see the reason why anyone would excuse my words, in his right senses would oppose this. I mean, you can critique it that it could be done in other way, but national security. I mean, the person who came with this idea, I mean, needs a thumbs up. I mean, it's a good job, and it's a good call.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gentlemen, I think today we'll be closing early. But before we go, the Akotia elections is coming on. We've seen both political parties on grounds. We've seen some of the comments being passed or made by some of these political parties and their people. Last week there was a meeting between the IGP and the stakeholders. And after the meeting, the NPP came out to say that they are still going to protect themselves. Is it that you don't believe in the safety of the police service, or what?
The police and the IGP they have performed poorly.
Oh, really?
Poorly.
Since when?
In the last 8 years, 8 months.
Judging by the recently held, is it the
Kuma.
not
Even
judging
not
by that.
only that instance, the IGP
No, in the case
particular
of elections.
and the police, they have performed poorly in terms of the security of this country. So we cannot believe them when they say they are going to protect. No, we saw what happened in Ablekumanov.
Okay.
Now the NDC have their own way of winning elections. They will just bring their macho men to beat you on the floor.
Hey.
They will beat you mercilessly and win their elections and go. That's what we saw.
Okay. So just oppose.
And
that
look, look at what happened in Ablekumanov. Nobody has been arrested.
Oh. But didn't you hear the IGP say they've arrested 8 people?
8 people.
Yeah.
In connection with the Ablekumanov
Yes.
issues.
In connection with that.
That when did they do the arrest? When did they effect the arrest?
Oh.
But the IGP is not serious. Me, I know him. IGP is not serious at all. Somebody who will go and stand in front of people and promise them that, look, stop the fight and we'll give you job. As if the fight is because they don't have job. You want to believe this kind of person to deliver? No, IGP cannot do this job.
So the NPP doesn't believe in the state. The
With regards to
assurance of
what was happening, IGP is something that is someone that we cannot rely on.
So
we don't
you
believe in
saying
him.
you are going to protect yourself in what manner?
Well, you know, when someone says he's going to protect himself, what it simple means is that I'll make sure that I don't get into trouble. You understand?
Yeah.
But if maybe you find my trouble, I'll make sure I don't get hurt.
You retaliate.
I won't retaliate. I'll make sure I don't get hurt. That's what we mean by protecting ourselves. You understand?
Okay.
If you are coming with trouble, I'll make sure I don't allow you hurt me.
Okay.
That's what we mean by protect. So we are simply putting it that we are coming to protect ourselves because we do not believe in the police service.
Okay.
We do not believe in the police service.
Okay.
At all.
Dennis, isn't it worrying that the NPP has lost faith in the police service, and with that, they are issuing a statement of protecting themselves? I mean, doesn't this incite most of this violence that we've been preaching against?
Sorry to come in. They've not arrested anybody. Muntaka Mubarak told us that those who caused the chaos in Ablikmanov are no longer in the country. So I'm surprised that you said they arrested people.
But that's what the IGP said. Haven't you listened to?
So
him?
Who are we believing now? Is it the Muntaka or IGP?
IGP only said this last week.
Mustafa also said it last week. Muntaka, he said those that caused the chaos are not in the country.
I haven't listened or read that.
I will find the video for you.
Try and do that.
He said it.
I'll be glad.
So we don't know who to believe. And as whether we can put our trust on them is something that we are not sure of.
Okay.
Because they have performed poorly and they have not shown interest in protecting or ensuring security in the country.
Okay.
They are only interested in partisan, favors and stuffs. Because I don't see why. Clearly, on camera, you saw people causing chaos, attacking Honorable Hawakumsi. And up to now, you cannot tell us that you've arrested these people and prosecute them.
Okay.
We cannot believe them.
All right. Dennis.
Okay, thank you once again for this opportunity. You know, it's even funny. Because these people, they were in government not long ago, and they know the manipulations they did in the police service. So they know. It's a game they play amongst themselves. So they know that these people. When they come, they put their people there to do their bidding. So in their mind, this IGP that is there is only to do the bidding of his employer, who is essentially the president.
Okay.
You understand? So that's what they are thinking. But I believe I side with my brother that the IGP he hasn't performed well. And why am I saying he hasn't performed well? Because of the happenings at Ablikuma. We should be seeing some serious arrests. You are saying that he says there has been some arrests. I haven't seen it, but I hope they are true. You understand? And what they performed there are criminal offenses. They should they deserve prosecution. Put them before court.
Even with that,
yes, exactly.
Even with that, just suppose the police has realized, okay, our measures failed in Ablikuma. Now we are intensifying our measures. You know, the police has been in Akwetia for like the past 3 weeks, surveying the grounds.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
I'm coming. So with Ablikuma, they didn't do that. Here they've realized, okay, Ablikuma, we are intensifying our. Doesn't that count for some belief to be had in them, rather than just I don't know how to put it. I don't want to use the word rubbishing, but you know, as to how the NPP said it, no, and all that. So what if there was an instance, an NPP person is being attacked by someone? There is a police there, but the police says, "Oh, say NPP for the almost say protect you. So let's just leave him or her to protect himself." Is that what we are?
No, there can't be anything like that. The police is to protect.
But if the police is to protect, and the people say they don't need the police protection.
No, they have said it, but it doesn't.
If we are not protected by the police, we'll protect ourselves.
That's
our position. So we simply expect the police to do what they are supposed to do.
Okay.
I mean, I believe what they are communicating to the police is that
Yeah.
you didn't do a good job the last time, so we hope you do a good job. So it is the onus lies on the IGP
Okay.
to do a good job. You understand? But per what I have seen, I don't think they are going to do a good job.
Really?
Yeah, per what I have seen, I don't think they are going to do a good job.
You do know that there's just between yesterday and today, they've arrested about 6 people with ammunition.
It's all for the optics. It's all for the optics. The best thing they could, the best chance they had was the Akutia election.
Akwetia.
Look,
Abuja
the
election.
issue
I
we
mean,
are,
it's
we are
all
saying,
for the optics.
the problem is that the police were there. It's not as if they were not there. They were looking at these people committing
with
the
videos,
crimes,
committing crime,
and yet they couldn't do anything.
we didn't see.
They had no interest in arresting them.
in
That is
camera.
where
There
the
was no
problem is.
in-camera arrest. I mean,
Okay.
at least on spot,
Okay.
you arrest them, prosecute them. I mean, because they are criminal offenses.
All right.
What, hey, Charlie? What's happening there? It was serious. So imagine it was in the general election.
This could cause.
It could have been
Tension.
a disaster.
Sure.
It could have been a disaster.
Oh,
Even
okay.
in the general election, we didn't have instances
No,
like
we
this.
didn't have, but Dampare is a.
We didn't have instances like this.
Dampare is one of the best IGP we've ever had. One of the best.
The general
Time
elections.
will tell.
in 2024.
Time will tell.
In 2024.
Time will tell.
I'm coming. In 2024.
We
We are
didn't-
saying we didn't have. Why do you think the Ablekuma elections weren't able to?
No, but these instances captured on videos.
Do you know what happened?
What? Because this for me this was serious. This was very
Very serious.
very serious.
This was just people attacking one woman.
So you are justifying this?
I am
Not-
trying to
not-
tell you
not-
that
not-
the general elections, what
I
happened
beg you, I beg.
was worse than what happened here.
Okay,
Not
regardless,
one woman. Let
regardless.
one woman.
Regardless, we don't need to condone
It
it.
was not one woman.
Regardless.
They attacked a lot of people there, not just
Regardless.
Honorable Hawakumsi.
Regardless, I hope.
A lot of people, even Honorable Miraculous Abuaji, he was about to be attacked. He had to run for his life.
Please. These narratives shouldn't be.
Regardless, I mean, regardless.
Anyway, gentlemen, I think we've done a good job by
Yeah.
being able to finish all our topics today. But our last words before we leave the studios.
My last words is to say thank you to you and your team for this opportunity once again.
Yeah.
And kudos. I mean, His Excellency the President's trip to Korea and to Japan. And Singapore.
Yeah.
I hope. I mean, his meeting in Japan has already fetched us almost $100 million in investment
Okay.
into agriculture. I mean, which is positive.
Sure.
And I hope after today we hear good news from the Singaporeans. I mean, Singaporeans, we even started with them. We even started on a better note than they did because they are first president, the founder of modern day Singapore.
Yeah.
Lee Kuan Yew was here in the 60s, and he was marveled. He told Nkrumah that, I mean, I can never catch up with your country. That is what he told Nkrumah. Yeah, but Nkrumah told him that with hard work and vision, you can do that. And he's done that, and they've surpassed us. You understand? So between Ghana and Singapore, the relations has always been there. It's like a brotherly affair.
Okay.
So we hope that, I mean, the tycoons there would help our president. I mean, some sort of funds. I mean, to revive our economy.
Okay.
I mean,
All
yeah.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you to Dennis. Razak.
Yeah, so I want to thank you very much. I think we've done a good job.
Sure.
And your production team, yourself, and all the members here, I want to extend my sincere thanks to them
Sure.
for the marvelous job. So my remarks would be that
Yeah.
the government should tighten up their belt in respect of the fight against corruption.
Okay.
They have shown no interest in fighting corruption. So I want to, encourage the government to tighten up. They have shown no interest in fighting corruption. And you see, it is worrying that a government that rallied on corruption
to come to power.
Now you are in power and you haven't shown any interest. You promised that Operation Recover all loots. Today you are giving us Operation Recover some loot and share the rest among yourselves. This is very bad something that
are they sharing any money amongst themselves?
but we heard what the AG said.
What did he say?
The AG said, in respect of the case he was handling when he was not in power, that the man has brought 60% of the money he stole. So he's going to leave him to go.
But so the
question
did
is,
he say they are going to share it? Did he say the 40%?
But the truth is that they are going to share it, because if I have helped you, you are standing trial. You are standing trial, and then I help you move you out of that trial process. Definitely you'd have to compensate me for that.
Don't put yourself into trouble, my brother. This is the AG you are speaking to. You are is this a statement of fact, or you are just saying for saying sake?
But what are you saying?
You are
okay. Let me tell you.
You are not making any statement of fact.
What does the law say in respect of people who are standing trial for committing crime?
That is not what I'm saying. You are saying that.
And I'm telling you that.
They
Okay, so the
some,
remaining 40%, where is it going to? The remaining 40%, where is it going to?
It is. I'm not. I don't know.
But you should know.
If you know.
He's
how can I know?
The state is supposed to recover the money he stole. Why are you leaving 40% for him? To do what?
That one. That is questionable. You understand?
Yes, it is questionable.
It's questionable. But are you saying on fact that he's going to share it? They are going to share it amongst themselves. You are saying that they will share it among Kobnadufo and the AG. I mean, is it a statement of fact?
What are you saying?
Can you prove? That is what you are saying, and I'm saying.
So the understanding is that you stole 100 cedis. You stole 100 cedis. You give me 60 cedis to give back to the state.
Whatever you are saying is on record. Whatever you are saying
is on record. And I'm saying that the remaining 40 cedis. The remaining 40 cedis. Where is he going to? Okay, so he should just it alone.
You can't. It is justifiable when you ask those questions, but you making it as you stating it on fact that it is going to the pocket of AG is wrong.
I'm not saying it is going into the pocket of AG.
But what
I
did
said
you say?
They are sharing the rest.
Yeah, who are sharing the rest?
AG was a lawyer for Kobnadufo. Do you understand?
Yes.
So he will pay him for the services.
So it
Part
is
of
right.
The money
it is
will
right.
be used to pay AG
So
for the work he's done.
So you are saying they will share it among
that's sharing.
Okay, it is on record. Whatever you are saying is on record. They will come for you.
So
for you to prove, because
so what we are saying is that
fact,
they are not interested in fighting corruption. They have done poorly with regards to the fight against corruption. Maybe my brother here doesn't want to be nationalistic, but they are not doing anything with regards to fighting corruption.
What I've seen,
and that is why you see that the OSP is seriously chasing after Ken Oforiatta. I don't know. I don't want to, state whether or not Ken Oforiatta has done something wrong.
Okay.
But the fact is that Ken Oforiatta is not in the jurisdiction. Does that stop the OSP from continuing with, any legal process against him? No, it does not.
Okay.
In the case of Said Namtamakulo, he was sentenced in absentia, 10 years imprisonment. He's still not in the country. Why have they not instituted extradition process against him?
Okay.
We had someone that had bench warrant on him.
You should have
the
done
person
that.
Came into the country. He came into the country, and he's been protected. I don't know how. He was able to go to court to secure a quash against that bench warrant on him. How can the Ghana Security Service be there? The security service is there. A person came into the country, had a bench warrant on him. They were unable to arrest the person. The person went to court and is able to secure conviction.
I said Charlie.
and that person is now a free man.
How can you know whether he how can you know how can you know the means through which he used in entering the country? How can you know? I mean, you don't put the blame on.
But what are you saying?
How can you know? How
we
can
have
anyone
customs.
Know?
Are you aware? We have customs.
How can you also
he
know
cannot
that
he cannot
probably
possibly
has
enter into
supernatural
the
powers
he
and-
cannot no don't
I don't think you can use
it.
it. Supernatural powers. Razak, just end the show for us.
Yes. So what we are saying is that it is not in the interest of the NDC to fight corruption. Simply put, they are themselves corrupt. Why did I say so? You came into government, and within the first month of your first month in office, you entered knowledge prosecutor to discontinue about 10 cases corrupt cases against your party members, and you are telling us that you want to fight corruption. This is simply dishonesty on the part of the NDC.
Okay.
So we are saying that they should tighten up their belt with regard to the fight against corruption in this country. They have done poorly, and they have performed poorly with regards to this corruption issues.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you also, gentlemen, and thank you to our beautiful listeners, viewers, and audience for sticking through with us throughout the show. That's why we'll end the show this morning. We will have you right here again tomorrow, same time. Enjoy the rest of your day.